Hey guys,
Hi.
apologies for the lateness. We got busy in the press center, but hello, thank you for joining us. We have obviously this afternoon seen the first dress rehearsal for the grand final of Eurovision 2024, and I've got to say it's shaping up to be a very Swedish fun contest.
Yeah.
And I've got to say the running order does flow quite nicely, I think.
Okay. Good. Those of you guys who have seen the running order, I'm just going to bring it up now. But
Hello,
obviously-
J. Ray.
Hello.
Hello, Kyriakos Kaplanis. And congratulations, I assume you're either Cypriot or Greek. I'm both qualified, so that's
Indeed.
great. And J. Ray, hello to I don't know where you're joining us from. So whilst we wait for Fred, ESC is asking what is the latest on Joost Klein. We don't know. We know as much as you know at home. Obviously, there's lots of rumours circulating around the internet on social media. We haven't received any official statement from the EBU or Eurovision. Yeah, well, we have received something which Fred, can you get out, Fred?
Yeah, of course.
But we haven't received an official statement to say this is exactly what's happened or what is happening type thing. Nothing from the EBU or from the Dutch broadcaster or anything like that. So
yeah, so the official. So please find below a statement from the EBU on the Dutch artist's absence from dress rehearsal 1 of the grand final. We are currently investigating an incident that was reported to us involving the Dutch artist. He will not be rehearsing until further notice. We have no further comment at this time and will update in due course. So
we haven't received any further communication since then, and that message was a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that we do know is that obviously he did appear in the flag parade at the beginning of the rehearsal, but whatever the incident that happened obviously happened in between the flag parade and when he was due to perform. So there's lots of speculation going on at the moment, but we don't want to put fuel to the fire. But obviously there is lots of gossip and things along those lines that have been said. But like I said, we don't really want to share fake news.
So that's that on that. That's a lot of that. Whilst we wait for Fred to get up the running order,
I had it.
We have Robin Olsen in the chat. Hello. We have User. Hello to you. Ruben from Eurovox. Hello. How's it going? It's going very well. And of course, Ruben is from Spain. And in about just under an hour, we're going to have a press conference where they're going to reveal the host city for Junior Eurovision 2024, which is obviously in Spain. I'm very excited for this. They're setting up behind us.
Are you sure?
Now.
I can't tell.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So I do believe we have Valencia, Malaga, I think Madrid and maybe Granada in the running, I think. So very, very exciting news. Is anyone else? We have Bubble Pirate joining us again. Hello to you. Press Lab, what are we talking about? We're just talking about Eurovision.
Yeah.
Just general Eurovision chat, maybe some junior Eurovision chat might come in. So Fred, what is the official running order for the grand final of Eurovision 2024?
Okay.
Take it away.
Obviously we knew quite a long time now actually that Sweden were opening the contest because that was the results they drew quite a few months ago.
Yes,
I think it was
in March.
But we actually have Ukraine performing in second position. We've got Germany performing in third position. Luxembourg in fourth. The Netherlands are due to perform in fifth. Israel are due to perform in sixth. Lithuania in seventh. Spain in eighth. Estonia in ninth. Ireland in 10th. Latvia as 11th. Greece is 12th. The UK, pretty much dead center in 13. Norway, 14. Italy is performing in 15th position. Serbia is performing in 16th. Finland is performing in 17th position. Portugal in 18th. Armenia in 19th. Cyprus in 20th. Switzerland is 21. Slovenia 22, Croatia 23, Georgia 24, France 25, and finishing up is Austria in 26th position. Okay, so it's actually really strong
Yes.
flow. There's quite a lot of things to keep it moving
Yes, I
quite
know what you
nicely.
mean.
So there's not going to be any sort of real lags, I think,
Yes.
for the contest. So, it's been brought
Yeah.
forward, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is going to be shaping up. I mean, the fact that we're going to open with Sweden and close with Austria.
I know.
I mean,
It's brilliant.
it's just like energy and energy and
Yes. Rai Bailey, you're really annoyed Ukraine is in second. Initially, I think it's a bit of an odd choice to put such a big favourite in second position. But when you see the countries all performing, in the running order, it does flow nicely. And obviously, you always want to have a very up-tempo, strong opening song, but then you also want to continue that at least with songs 2 and maybe 3 as well. So I think because it is up-tempo, it does work.
Is it
for that
Mary,
reason.
M-E-R-Y, or Mary?
Let's see what else you're saying. And Nectar, you're asking, are you surprised with the qualification of Latvia?
yes.
I am, yes.
Yes, I suspect they'll probably finish placed in 10th, but so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happily surprised, of course. I'm so happy that Latvia's ended their non-qualification streak, and I'm happy for Dons because I know he's participated in a couple of national finals before, so he's finally got his moment in the Eurovision final, which I'm happy about. Vince Roman, you're asking, do we know anything about the Netherlands? We did speak about this at the beginning. We know as much as you do, and we don't know any more than the official statement by the EBU.
Yeah, we will be updated in due course,
Yeah.
and we will keep you guys updated as soon as we find out something.
Rai Bailey, wow, Fred looks amazing today.
Why, thank you.
Let's have a look. Bubble Pirate, you're saying Finland has a good place between 2 slow ballads.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing that kind of confuses me is that there's very few ballads in the final this year. I think there's about 4, maybe 5. Because we have Portugal, we have Serbia, we have France, and we have Israel.
Yep.
I don't think we have any more ballads. Or Latvia, sorry.
Oh yeah, Latvia.
But then they've decided to put Serbia and Portugal so close to one another and not really spread them out. Like when you've got so few ballads and it's mostly up-tempo,
Yeah.
poppy, dancey, rocky, I would have thought they would have tried to separate them more. But
Yeah, I do think it's interesting putting Finland in between the two ballads.
Yeah.
But I guess for those who shed a tear for Serbia, you're gonna cry with laughter with Finland.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that's the only thing that I guess sticks out as slightly odd. But no, I mean, I'm quite happy with the running order.
yeah, me too. I think it works mostly. Rai Bailey, decent spot for the UK. I think so too.
Yeah, we knew they were going to be performing in the first
Yeah.
half. And funny enough, I was having this conversation with Jess yesterday. I said it would be ideal if they were just after a commercial break, which means
Yeah.
they would probably be in either 6th or 7th or 12th or 13th, depending on where the commercial breaks fell. And it's exactly what we anticipated.
I mean, I did predict that we would be drawn somewhere between 10th to 13th, so I think this is good for the UK, and I'm happy. Rex Universum, you're asking, is Italy finishing top 5? I think it's possible. Clara says no.
I think there's going to be too much. Unfortunately, I believe Italy are now going to be overshadowed by some of the other big songs being talked about at the moment. Not only just the noise behind the scenes, but you've also got favorites like Croatia, Switzerland,
Yes.
and now France has sort of come out of nowhere and just and the fact that they're performing in 25th as well, it's going to be the ballad that you leave before televoting remembering, and it's just such a strong last minute that, again, goosebumps. But yeah, so I think unfortunately, Italy's possibly going to be overshadowed. The
Is it official?
So we're just hearing, we think, some news about the Netherlands Joost
We're just checking
situation.
whether it's
Yeah,
official.
But we're just checking to
Yeah,
make sure
it's-
it's
But we're
official.
hearing that
Yeah.
he's been disqualified.
So
but we need to check that it's official.
So at the moment, I don't know if you heard what Andy said, but we are hearing
Want me to
that
come in?
the Netherlands has been disqualified, but we are waiting to confirm this.
yeah,
Yeah, so guys, we're hearing that SVT may have put out a statement saying that the Netherlands has been disqualified from the final. We're just checking that it's an official statement, and we will
Yeah.
confirm that shortly.
So
yeah.
at the moment, it's just a rumor.
It's just a rumor. Yeah, we have seen a couple of fake news items about this,
Yeah.
and they have been, put to rest. But it sounds like there has been a physical altercation.
Yes, that's what we've heard.
So, but yeah, as soon as we get the okay to send it across, we will do.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back. Vince, you're asking, what do you think of I think you mean non-qualification of Czechia and San Marino? I was convinced Czechia was qualifying. I was on the fence with San Marino.
Yeah, I mean, I was really proud of Czechia's performance, and I think they should leave the contest. 100%, happy with what they've done.
100%.
Because going into the contest, I had them placing last in their semi.
Czechia?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but that was before seeing performances and things along those lines. So, but she really brought it, and she really, I mean, the fact that so much had changed from the national final and then moved across, I think she has every right to be very happy with what
for sure.
achieved.
And it was a massive glow up to what we saw in the national final. Of course, we know that Czechia doesn't have the biggest budget for, something like Melody Festivalen, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So, the fact that they were able to, to get the staging that they did get for Eurovision, and her vocals were incredible as well.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether she could have been the 11th place. It just missed out, perhaps. I'm going to say that with everyone.
I mean, it is possible. But San Marino was a little bit different because I think, again, I keep calling it the friendly family version of Ireland.
Yeah.
Because it kind of, it had that sort of alternative sort of message. Like I said, it was like a dystopian sort of Alice in Wonderland concept. Again, she sold it really well. It was wonderfully staged and everything.
Yes.
But I think it just got lost in quite a crowded semi-final.
Yes.
And I still think semi-final one was stronger from a song point of view, but I think
agree.
You had a lot more songs fighting for those last couple of places.
So nothing official yet. We've got that
Okay.
wrong.
So it's just a rumor at the moment, guys.
What it is true is that there was a physical confrontation between the artist and a photographer.
Okay, so if you didn't hear that, it's confirmed there was a physical altercation between between the artist and the photographer.
Okay.
But we don't know what action is being taken
At
for
this
that
point,
type
yeah.
thing.
So obviously a physical altercation has happened between the Netherlands, Joost, and a photographer. So, but again, as soon as we find out information, we will give it to you guys. When it comes in, if we're still live on air, we will give you up to date information.
So guys, stick with us, and as soon as we get that information, we're going to tell you. We think the news is coming in very, very fast at the moment. So stick with us on this live, and as soon as we get anything, we will let you guys know. But in the meantime, if you're new, please subscribe, and also keep posting in the comments about your favourite Eurovision song. We are going to bring you the news on Joost decline and the Netherlands participation as soon as we get it.
Lovely.
Stick with us.
With San Marino, I think the staging was better than the song.
Yeah, I agree.
If we were kind of deciding the top 10 qualifies just based on the staging, I think San Marino would have qualified.
Correct.
Rai Bailey, you were having a heart attack when they left Georgia near the end.
Yeah.
I think everyone
Same
was.
here.
I mean, I didn't have any doubts that Nizza wasn't qualifying, but because it has been so long since they qualified, and because they have sent some good entries in the years that we thought were going to qualify and then didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
the doubt did start to set in my mind.
Because we got down to those last couple of names, and we're thinking, actually, there's like 5 artists we want to go through at that point. And you're like, somebody's moving out. But we're 100% glad that she got through,
Yes.
because she really delivered on the
Oh, yeah.
performance in every aspect.
Yeah.
Should be very, very proud
Yeah.
of what she's achieved.
And I was actually in the arena this afternoon for the dress rehearsal, and I was practically sweating myself off with that performance. The amount of fire, my goodness.
Oh, because you were saying that it's right up against Germany as
Yeah.
well. So
Oh no, it was Croatia. It's near another country that has.
I'm pretty sure you said Germany, but
No.
but
But anyway, it's near another country that has pyro fire in their performance, and it did get very hot in there.
Oh yeah, it must have been Croatia then,
Yeah.
because France doesn't have anything. But yeah, so obviously, if you were in the arena, then you'd be sweating a little bit.
Yes.
With Jess here.
Yeah. Vivo 444, welcome. Do you think that Croatia or Switzerland will win?
Ooh, well, I think this is a highly likely sort of. Those are the two
Yes,
that it's probably going
I
to be
think so.
between. Again, there still is rooms for a dark horse to find its spot, but I think those are the two favorites going into tomorrow's final.
I mean, based on what I've seen today in the dress rehearsal, for me, Croatia's winning. I don't know about you. Are you still undecided?
No. I said from the beginning.
Oh.
I thought Croatia had the better overall song and performance. I love Nemo, but I wished that the performance had a bit more light and shade, like it does in the video, because he really brings together the different genres of the song with the different train carriages that he goes through and the different outfits that he wears, but you don't really get any of that on stage. So, but the staging is amazing. So,
yeah, I can see there are lots of people tuning in.
Oh, yes.
Almost 800 of you, which is just incredible. Thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, if you are new here, new to Eurobox, please subscribe. We obviously are on YouTube. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course, our website, Eurovision.tv.
There's also X.
Yes,
no longer Twitter.
Yep. We post, obviously, news, like articles, videos, reactions to do with Eurovision, Junior Eurovision and National Finals throughout the year. So do stick around, do stay with us. And I can see a lot of you in the comments, so I'm going to try my best.
Yeah, we're going to have to probably skim through them, but we're going to try and see what some of the big...
So Carlos, you're asking, if you can vote right from the beginning of the show, does it matter which position the country performs in?
That's a good point. So this is the first time that this has been, this rule change has happened.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be quite interesting because obviously most people who are fans of the contest would have already seen every entry now.
Yeah.
And what they're going to do. Obviously they have the right to change some of the staging, camera angles, and or outfits. So you might see something different on the stage on the night. But I think everyone knows, I guess, who their favorite song is already. So I think it's pretty good. Because that means you can actually vote at the beginning, allow the contest to play out, and then you can say at the end, actually, I really loved X, but I want to vote for Y as well. So so I mean, you might have a second and a third and a fourth potentially that you vote for as well.
Yeah, I would agree. Usually you're saying France was so good last night, easily some of the best vocalists we have in this contest. Farida Vera, thank you very much for your kind comment. Thanks for the streaming, sending lots of hugs and love for you guys. Take care, and looking stunning. Thank you very much. Audi 007, you're saying Baby Lasagna has to win. Would just love to see a Croatian win. They've kind of won it in a way with Yugoslavia back in 1989.
Yeah, of course.
But it would be great to see them winning as like an independent country sort of thing. And it would be cheap on my bank balance. So, gosh, I'm trying to skim through the comments. There's a lot of comments because there's a lot of you in here. Maria Papa,
to help you out.
You're saying, thank God Greece qualified, although you were not convinced.
Just remember to plug the mouse in. That'd be easy.
No, it's fine. I didn't have Greece as a qualifier initially, but then after watching them in the live semi-final, I was thinking, well, actually, I could see this coming through.
It wasn't my favorite performance or song, to be fair, but I did have this in my 10.
Yeah.
it has that da
Yes.
that really just sort of pulls you in, and it's impossible to get it out of your head.
Guys, just to update you on the Yoast, we're still trying to find out as much as we can. Obviously, it's very fast moving, so stick with us, and we will bring you the news as soon as we get something official. If you're new here, please subscribe as well and go back and check all of our Eurovision content from the past couple of weeks. So many interviews, including with Joost de Klein. But yeah, we're it's as you can imagine, it's very, very tense here in the press centre at the moment. There's lots of buzz and lots going on. And we will bring you the news as soon as we can. But please stick with us, guys.
Right, Bailey, you're saying you think the nerves got the best of people last night. Sometimes that can happen, sadly, even for the most experienced performers. So speaking of the running order, which countries do you think benefit most from their running order positions? I mean, for me, kind of the very ending when you've got Switzerland, Croatia, and France so close to one another. I think those countries are benefiting a lot from that later running order.
Well, yeah, I mean, and those are some of the biggest songs in the competition or in the odds and favorites now. So the fact within those last 6 songs, you've got some real bangers coming through.
It's a great ending to the final.
Absolutely.
There's some people in the chat just asking about what's going on. They haven't heard the news.
Okay.
So if you can
We can. Okay, so obviously there has been a physical altercation around Joost, the representative for the Netherlands, with him and a photographer. That obviously happened in between the flag parade and his performance on today's dress rehearsal for the final. Obviously, SVT have put out the statement around it, but it's being investigated thoroughly. So we don't know at this point if it's going to be disqualification or what is going to be happening. But as soon as we get any further information, please stick with us because we will give you, and the information is coming in through thick and fast. So please stay with us on the live and we'll keep you updated. Sorry to repeat ourselves, but a lot of people have joined since we mentioned it.
And thank you so much for joining. Obviously, then kind of going to the opposite of the question I asked before, who do you think has kind of like been done dirty with the running order?
I mean, I'm sure lots of people will say that Ukraine have unfortunately have lucked out getting the death slot, but after such a strong opener and leading into a sort of a mid-tempo ballad, I think it actually quite works, and it moves seamlessly into Germany. So I think it actually works from that point of view. So I think it flows really nicely. And to be fair, Ukraine again could very easily be one of those dark horses.
Oh, I think so.
Because we suspect they will perform very well in both camps. So we've been speaking over the last couple of lives that we've done that you've got the different camps of votes. So you've got the jury voters and you've got the televotes. So when both of those come in, a lot of the favorites will run with one or the other. We haven't seen many of the favorites that are going to win both. Okay, so but some of the dark horses in the competition, like Norway, Ukraine, we think they could potentially win. With coming like 5th in both, because obviously they will have enough points from both in order to overtake.
I mean, for me, I'm really worried for Slovenia, because Raven is performing in between Switzerland and Croatia, the 2 big favourites, 2 big up-tempo songs with big stagings. Sadly, I do think
if there's any nerves,
I
think she's going to be feeling it.
I think she's going to be very lost in that mix, which is very sad. Onyen, you're saying, will Serbia go well with the juries?
Yeah, I think it's a jury song. It's... I didn't see Serbia qualifying. I know you had it in your 10, but because I thought without juries it wasn't going to get the representation that it needed. But now that it has juries backing it, I think it's going to perform quite well.
I agree. I think juries are going to really like Serbia. Leo, you are saying Switzerland, a real artist, has delivered in the second semi-final of Eurovision. 2024. What a song and what a great performance. Simply great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think great is an understatement, really. It's just,
No, it's breathtaking.
Yeah.
It's not what I expected from Switzerland's performance.
Yeah.
But you can't give the fact
Yeah.
that he is doing something completely different.
Yeah.
It's gonna wow you, and because you almost get. I know I felt myself a couple where I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna fall. He's
Yeah.
actually risking his life to perform this song for us, but no, it's gonna leave an impact. And
Yeah.
again, performing in those last 6 songs. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
this contest, that last chunk,
Oh,
it's just gonna
Yeah.
be poof.
and I'm just kind of thinking, at the end of the final, I think it's going to be very close between
I agree.
Switzerland and Croatia. I think it won't be like a runaway winner like the Ream was. It will be
Oh
very
no,
close, I think.
no. I don't think there's. Even though Croatia has gotten so much love from the odds and the fan community,
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily going to do as well with the juries.
Mhm.
This is again one of those songs that that we didn't will perform better in one camp than the
Yeah.
other. So it's anyone's competition. It's hardly. This is definitely not going to be a write-off
No.
in any means. We have no idea who's going to win the Eurovision Song
And I
Contest
love
this
it.
year, and that's what is so exciting. So we're going to give you all the information as soon as when it comes in.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited
Yeah.
to be in the audience. I'm actually going to be in the audience. You guys will be watching from the press
Yeah.
center, but I just can't wait. Oh, getting goosebumps again.
Aw.
Oh.
But for those of you that maybe have just joined, at the moment, the only update we have on the Joost Klein Netherlands situation is that it's been confirmed. It's been confirmed there's been a physical altercation between the artist and a photographer, but we are waiting to hear what's going to come of this. So going back to the chat, Diego Afonso, you're saying top 10 Portugal, yay!
Yeah, I mean it's a possibility. The fact that again this is going to be a very jury loved song,
Yeah.
and the fact that it got enough televotes so that it is I think it will perform reasonably well. So I think it only has a chance of improving on its placing.
Yeah.
But it's going to get massive love from
Yeah.
juries.
We have Vivo444 asking, how did you find Germany in the arena? Because you, of course, have seen Germany in the arena.
I saw Germany in the arena on the first semifinal.
Yeah.
You saw Germany today, yes?
No,
No, did they not perform in?
they were in semi one.
No.
Oh, no, in the final.
Today, I mean
Sorry.
today, honey.
Sorry,
Today.
I did.
Where
I
is
did- I
she?
did
Wake
go-
up! Wake up!
It's my Eurovision brain. I did go into the arena today, but I was late, so I wasn't there from the
Oh,
beginning.
okay.
So sadly, I didn't see Germany in the arena.
It's I mean, he has a strong voice, and there's no doubting that fact. But performing third, I think for the type of song it is, and with the few amount of ballads that are being delivered this year in the final, I think, unfortunately, Germany probably has the least likely chance to do well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I am leaving, but you will be joined by Clara.
Oh, I do apologize. I do.
Hello.
We're going to have a bit of Spanish influence
Hola.
now. Hello.
Hi. It's a busy day with all of this trying to type news and
Yes, of
it's
course.
doing a fantastic job doing both. And hi, how have you guys? It's been a very long day for everyone.
It's been a very long night for me as well, but I'm still here and in one piece. So,
Yeah.
but let's go back to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Let's still no updates yet for Joost, but we will keep
Yeah.
you Joost. I do
Joost
apologize.
like toast.
Joost like toast. As soon as we hear something, you will be the first to know.
Yes.
Lots.
Oh, we're not under NDA. We just don't know anything.
No. Well, we honestly don't have
Maria's
anything.
gonna come in as well.
Okay.
We have another Eurovoxer joining us.
Eurovoxer.
Hello.
Hello.
Here, Maria from Poland.
Hello. We were just going through some of the comments, and obviously everyone wants to know what's happening with the
Well,
Netherlands.
actually, I was in the arena, and you were in the
Yeah,
arena.
I was also in the
We
arena.
were both
yeah.
in the arena. We saw him come out, and he was wearing the glasses. He was
Yes.
there in the flag parade, and then we were just watching the show, like jumping up and down, and suddenly they switched to Luxembourg, and we were like, what's going on? And everyone was like, oh my God, something must have happened, and we were thinking,
Yeah.
what?
No, but there's a video on internet when you can see that they were starting to put his like
Yeah,
things
staging
on the stage, and then the guy was like, no, and they come back. So
We'll see what's up. We'll see.
I stand with absolutely Joost Klein.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I live in the Netherlands, so I'm absolutely emotional about this.
Oh, bless you, honey. Yes, and obviously your heritage is because you've lost your.
I lost my.
You lost your
I
Luna.
lost my Luna.
As well. So
Yeah.
you want some representation. So
Yeah, but this is how it works, and I have that, and since I live abroad, I have even more like need to like cheer, especially Poland or Netherlands. So yeah,
okay, so
so many questions.
about the Netherlands. Okay, so we've got if you say Croatia, then Switzerland is winning.
To be fair, on the arena today, Switzerland brought better energy than Croatia. But I'm just talking about what I saw in the arena. I'm not sure how it came across on camera. And something I noticed watching the show in the arena is that the mix you get in the arena is a little different with the sound that you get on the screen.
100%.
Like I could hear all of the backing vocals so high, and some of those backing vocals overtake the actual vocals of some singers that cannot hit some notes. So that was very interesting to figure out live who can sing and who cannot.
Yes.
Not who cannot. Everyone can sing, but like who needs
help?
Who needs some help?
When you take a chair because I paid my
Yeah. So Ben thinks we're gonna head to Zagreb for 2025. I think it's a good possibility. We've got lots of love for Croatia. We've got some speculation again. I don't want to share any speculation around what's happened without being, because I don't want to give you guys fake news. But as soon as it comes through, we will 100% give it to you. Nemo's pronouns are they them. That you're 100% correct. I do apologize. Okay, so we've got somebody actually saying Finland for the win. So
I absolutely love No Rules. It's my most guilty pleasure ever.
Yeah, it is a guilty pleasure song, and I think that's why it was so important to have in the final, because whether you like it or not, you can't help but smile at what's happening. It might be absolutely bonkers, but you're gonna have a good time with it. So let's see.
And it's incredible how the dancers don't get burned with this fire thingy.
Yes.
The fire hose.
Andy.
Again, lots about the Netherlands.
Yes, guys, we don't have any news. We know basically the same what you know. Of course, there's a lot of rumors, but yeah.
Oh, so someone's mentioned the flag parade. As you guys saw the flag parade.
We saw the flag parade. Everyone's there. Even Australia was there.
Yes.
Oh, bless.
But Austria was not there.
Yeah. The thing is, Kalin went under the name of Australia instead of Austria.
Oh.
So that was
funny.
funny.
I'm wondering if that was a mistake or that was like a joke from the producer side, because you know the drama lately about Austria and Australia. So like people were landing in Austria and they thought they were in Australia.
Oh, bless them. So obviously, is it Lucia? Do you think flag parades this year, are they going to be the best ones yet?
It's actually really fast. It's just like them standing with the name on the country and then going back. It's I'm not sure. It's just people walking on the stage. Sorry, I'm very unenthusiastic.
I like the music they have though.
I love honestly, these are my favorite Swedish hits. When I've heard like
okay,
Maxel and Ingrosso, I was like, oh, I'm Sweden on Eurovision, you know. So if you like Swedish music, you will be pleased. If you don't like, you will not like it.
Yes.
No, but I like the graphics, really beautiful.
Yep.
But I was missing the real flags. I
Yeah.
hope they will have the real, you know, like woo.
Woo! Okay, so again, lots of
We can-
comments about the Netherlands, but again, like I said, as soon as we get information, we will give it back to you guys. So don't worry. We've got Carlos saying Nemo's the best in the contest.
If I would be objectively like judging the vocal performance and the song, all the package, yes, they are the best, definitely.
Good. We've got Eddie saying Ireland to win.
Oh, she was, they were amazing.
Also, absolutely stunning.
And it's very interesting to see what happens on stage and how everything comes together. And
Yeah.
for me today was super interesting to see what the double dancer does when he's out of the camera. So he's on a corner of the stage also moving like and I love seeing people like the dancers running
Yeah.
on stage to hit the marks like during the middle of the performance. When the camera is not focused on them, they just like go somewhere, do their
Yeah.
thing for a bit, and then they run and then they
Yeah,
jump to the shot.
It
It's
is
so
actually
well timed.
it's really interesting to see the behind the scenes aspect of how
Yeah.
much work and manpower goes into each of these performances to make it look so seamless to you on television.
Yeah.
Can we just confirm the statement again?
Yes, of course. So we are just going to confirm the statement again for the Netherlands. I will read it out. So, please find below a statement from the EBU on the Dutch artist's absence from dress rehearsal 1 of the grand final. We're currently investigating an incident that was reported to us involving the Dutch artist. He will not be rehearsing until further notice. We have no further comment at this time and will update in due course. Now, the official SVT have also released a official press release that was an altercation with a photographer, but this is all we know. So again, please stay tuned. The information is coming in thick and fast. As soon as we know something, we will give you the information. Okay, so Okay, this was an interesting one. So, average Southern man. Honestly, Estonia should win.
Oh, story is so much fun. I actually have to say it was my mother's favorite on the semifinal, and Jess's mother also really liked it. So I didn't.
The mother's vibe.
Yeah, I didn't get mother's vibe from this one, but clearly they do.
No, I mean, I must say it comes across as almost like a pub chant
Yeah.
song. So we were expecting sort of the drunk males to buy into this, but the obviously mums are.
Yeah. The average 60-year-old mother really likes Estonia.
Hey, why not?
But there's a lot of mum songs this year. Here of York with like the wine. Mum
Yeah,
song.
but like they didn't
Estonia.
qualify.
Well, the mums must have been too drunk to vote.
Okay, so that we've had that one.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Responding. Hello. I don't know how to. How's Marina from Greece?
Oh, she's really good.
Amazing.
Yeah, she can get the whole stadium going and dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I warmed more to her performance watching it live.
There's one here in Spanish. Can you?
Todos trabajan mucho para mucho que gane quien. Everyone works a lot. Yeah. Everyone works a lot. So. Basically, it's saying that everyone works a lot, so they hope that whoever got the best song and worked more deserves to win.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, if you are at Eurovision, it's already a win.
Yeah.
And you put a lot of work in that, so yes, that's true.
Yeah, everyone here is a winner because they're everyone's here representing their own country.
Chosen one.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a winner. You're a winner. You're a winner.
Okay, so. So, thoughts on Portugal?
Portugal sounded great on stage. It's really fun to see them rehearse because you see them some on like with their stage outfit but no makeup or hair done. So there's like a mismatch, not a mismatch, but it's like very. You see the in betweens and bits and pieces, so that's a lot of fun. I saw a comment that said there's a lot. We said that a lot of things are happening on. Well, in front of us, there was a lot of things happening. We have artists also come here every now and then. Angelina Mango came here
Oh,
to give a message of peace, and then she sang Imagine. She wrote she wrote a statement on a paper. She came here, she read it. She was surrounded by reporters, and she had a guitarist with her, and she sang Imagine by John Lennon. It's going to be on our TikTok very shortly because I was in the middle of letting of it like pushed over, like okay, what should
I was not here. I
There's
didn't see
always
it.
there's always something happening here.
Yeah.
Don't,
Okay, guys, I need to go.
okay.
Because I have there's a EBU conference, so maybe we will find out
Okay.
something.
Okay,
at
okay.
7 o'clock.
So Maria's going to go through to the conference and hopefully find out some
Yes.
information for us.
No, there is no.
Okay, so
Bye.
Bye. And we also have here next behind me this group of people here are from the Spanish television because they are soon going to announce the Junior Eurovision where it's going to be held.
yes,
Hosted.
excited.
And Jessica's so excited.
and Jessica's so excited.
And she can hide it. She's about to lose control, and she thinks she likes it.
Indeed. So Lucia wants to know, do you love the running order?
I think it's a coherent running order, but I think a lot of personal sentiments from the EBU have been introduced in that winning order.
Okay.
Namely, Sweden doesn't want to win again, so they're performing first.
They drew that, to be fair.
Yeah, but on purpose, so they make sure they don't win. Second, Ukraine. I think nobody wants everyone. Ukraine has such a beautiful song, and it's a contender to the win. But by placing them on a second spot, they also want to show that it's possible to place really good in the second spot. But also, it's going to be hard if they win again, having to organize a contest with two countries in a different country because obviously we will not be able to go to Ukraine. Has granted them the second spot. Then Germany third, which in this year is probably spot number 2. The producers are signaling that they are not happy with the song. Sort of Luxembourg, I get the feeling that they don't really like the song that much, or they are very happy that Luxembourg has qualified, but they would probably expect better results next year or a different sort of song from Luxembourg, or to make Luxembourg try harder. Then, if we skip the rest of the running order and we go all the way to Switzerland, they've put one screaming lady and one screaming they them together, one after the other. So I don't think they also want Switzerland to win. And then they put Croatia in the best position of the night. So I think the EBU is telling us vote for Croatia,
Okay.
which I think it works very well.
Okay, fair enough. So Angelo would like to know your thoughts on Italy.
I have seen that she's wearing a different outfit today.
Oh,
And the
that's
dancers
good.
also, so that was amazing.
Okay, good,
because
good.
now they're wearing all black, which is fantastic because now we have a color block to focus our eyes on. I found the staging very chaotic because there was too many leaves everywhere and branches everywhere. There was not the focal point for our eyes because little pieces of color or of intricate design, it just you need to have something that stops and grabs your attention, and there was not that wasn't happening yesterday.
Sure.
So now
Yeah.
we have something.
Yeah, we were discussing it yesterday that the whole performance was known as camouflage because it was all just one
Yeah,
design
yeah.
that she was sort of blending into the background. So, okay, so let's see. We've got user as was it just me or did Nemo seem out of breath last night?
I didn't feel that.
I didn't notice it.
And definitely today they sounded really great. They didn't sound at all out of breath. Very few people sound out of breath, and I was hearing Marcos and Martino sing, and I heard a little at one point, and then I realized, oh, I actually haven't heard most of the artists breathe. Like, so that speaks to their good vocal technique.
Good. Okay, so we've got odds at the moment say Croatia or Israel, which is interesting.
It's going to be Croatia.
I think Croatia's got the better song and the slot for deliver. It's going to get the attention. And it's a fan favorite. So, I mean, when you've got the entire audience singing along, and it's going to impact on this on TV so well. It's gonna punch out. So.
And I could see a lot of the straight males, casual viewers tuning into that night. I could see them voting for that song.
Yeah, I agree.
But more than a female ballad.
Okay.
They would resonate more as like male football fans, for example.
Okay. We have Luna is asked another question in Spanish.
Remember, it's music, and music makes union. Basically, it's saying, remember, this is music. Music unites, and uniting makes this. Sorry, the grammar is not the best.
Oh, that's fine.
She's basically saying, let the best win.
Okay. So similar to the statement before, but
has it been confirmed? Okay. Has it been confirmed that it was a physical altercation? Yes, that has been confirmed.
Yeah, it has been confirmed that there was a physical altercation with Joost and a Swedish photographer.
No nationality.
Oh, no nationality. Okay, so a photographer.
Yeah, it just says photographer. It doesn't specify nationality.
But that press release was given by SVT. Obviously, Maria has gone into the conference to get more information from the EBU, and hopefully we'll have some more information for you very, very shortly.
I'm trying to refresh the browser to see if there's any more.
So again, a lot of the comments being about the Netherlands, which I understand that it's the big hot topic at the moment. But like I said, we will give you further information. As I said before, there was an official release from the EBU saying that Joost was in a physical altercation with a photographer between the flag parade and his performance. So until further notice, he won't be joining any rehearsals, and we're waiting to hear what the outcome of that is going to be. Maria's just gone into the press conference to get further information.
I can't see any update on social media from any of the Eurovision or SVT people.
Okay, so we've got Soterius. You should say Soterius? Soterius. So Latvia, Slovenia, and Italy were killed from the running order.
Slovenia definitely, because it's in between
some big songs.
Yes, and Italy a little bit. Italy comes a little forgetful, but Latvia actually, I think it's okay because there's a pause in between. As I've seen the running of the show, there is a pause in between, so it's like a palate cleanser.
Sure.
Also, putting Don's prop together takes a lot of time.
Yeah, so his circular moon thing that he stands in obviously takes some time to build. We spoke about Portugal already, but we can. Is Tiago So Portugal, we believe, is going to perform very, very well. We had already speculated this was going to be a jury favorite song, and now that the juries have their say with in the final, we just see Portugal rising. I don't think it's going to get in the area where they would want to be from a placing perspective, because it's a quite a crowded final, and possibly one of the strongest finals we've had for quite a while.
Oh yes, yes. There's so many contenders to win, and Slimane also, by the way, he's done an amazing job.
Yes, absolutely. Out of nowhere. And again, I'm not a massive fan of the song, but the way he delivers it. If you haven't seen France, please go on and have a look. It is just whoop.
Oh, actually, it's something I realized while I was watching it on the arena is that the cameramen are so part of the performance. They've rehearsed with the artists. They're like the artists themselves, because you don't see them on stage, and they are part. They've learned the choreography of the artist, and they have their own choreography with the artist to make all of those angles, and it's quite beautiful.
See, you've got the camera queen here, you know. Okay, so we've got Jam Slam saying Swiss wins jury, Croatia wins televotes. Agree. I think that's probably right. I think that's probably correct.
Yes, yes.
But
I'm thinking, what would the juries? How could Croatia win the jury? But Swiss definitely has better vocals when it comes to techniques.
Yeah, of course. So I think you're correct there. Unfortunately, even though we think you're correct, that proves nothing. Unfortunately, for who's going to win.
I think we only think that the juries consider the vocals, but some of the juries are considering entertainment, and they are also entertainment specialists. They're not only singers judging other singers; they're also producers, television runners, and things like that. So each jury or each country will have a different kind of jury. So that's something we should also remember.
Yeah. I mean, quite a few of the countries have professional juries, but so people that are from the music industry. You do get also juries in some other countries that obviously will be like personalities and or people that work sort of behind the scenes in the television production aspect. So they might not necessarily look at it from the same perspective.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, by all means, honey. Okay, so Lucia still thinks Raven will still slay in between the two difficult songs, or the two favorites.
She will slay definitely, and she will do a performance she will definitely be proud of, or I definitely would be proud of if I was her.
Ba, 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 ba.
We might have to wrap up in 2 minutes because we have a conference behind.
Oh yes, so
and that cannot be on a live feed.
Yeah, so do you want to go and ask Andy what he wants to do? Okay, so I'm just going to answer a few more comments. Yes, I agree. Slovenia just making it to final is a win.
So we're going to move out.
We're going to move out. Yeah, of course.
Fred, do you want to wait here and because we've got the press conference?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So guys, we're just going to move out because there is shortly starting a press conference around Junior Eurovision, and we believe we're going to find out who the host city is. So we're just going to move out of the way. Does someone just do you want to? Can you when we get the news, can you come and tell us who it is, and then we can. So guys, we're just going to move out. It gives you a little shot of the press centre as well, which is buzzing for obvious reasons today. Hey, you're right. So guys, we're just going to move out to a quieter area. Guys, we're still trying to get more information on the Netherlands and Joost on the incident and we will come to you as soon as we get any information. The guys are in the press room at the moment trying to get that information for us, but obviously we can't do anything until we've got an official statement. Guys in the live as well, there's so many of you, we can't keep up with all the comments, but we're going to try and pick some out as best as we can. But if you're here to find out the latest on the Netherlands and Joost Klein, stay with us, because we're going to continue going live, and we will let you know as soon as we have any official news. But Jess, do we have the statement for anyone that's joining us? Joining us now.
So the statement released by the EBU, I think it is, a couple of hours ago. It says, we are currently investigating an incident that was reported to us involving the Dutch artist. He will not be rehearsing until further notice. We have no further comment at this time and will update in due course.
Okay. Morata Tata, you're saying, why would Eurovision be cancelled because one guy had a fight? It's not going to be cancelled. What we're waiting for at the moment is obviously the Netherlands haven't been allowed to rehearse today. So we're really waiting to find out more about this incident and whether the Netherlands will be disqualified or not. Obviously, if the Netherlands are disqualified, they will be the first country to be disqualified mid-competition. That's never happened before. Vasily is asking, is the Netherlands withdrawing? They're not withdrawing. I think you just heard the statement, the official statement. An incident is being investigated involving Joost Klein, so the Dutch artist this year. Let's have a look. I can see lots of comments about Joost. We will bring you that news. Guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe as well. There's so many of you in there. We hit 25,000 subscribers a few weeks ago. We're almost at 26,000. It would be amazing to hit that before we leave here in Malmö. Otherwise, go and follow us on TikTok as well. Lots of content on TikTok. And then you're just, you want to get some water?
I'm fine.
Just dying. Let's have a look. Rye Bailey, you're saying, can they bring back Malta instead? So we obviously don't know. There's no precedent for this. So if the Netherlands are disqualified, do you think they will bring in a country, the 11th place country from that semi-final? We don't know.
I was wondering whether they would just have a 25-song final, which we have had in the past when a Big Five was won, or whether they would give this, I guess it would be the 11th spot in semi-final too. But so I've heard, apparently the producers don't know the results of the semi-finals. So it would be interesting. It would be cool if that did happen and we got, a country that previously thought they had not qualified and now they've suddenly qualified.
Hello to you, Rich GC. Will other acts withdraw if he is disqualified? Personally, I think no. The reason being because if it is a physical altercation, if he has physically assaulted someone, we don't know that yet. But that's there has been an altercation of some kind, we believe. So if that has happened, then it's not in the spirit of the contest, and obviously physical violence. No matter what your belief is not acceptable. So we wouldn't expect other countries to not agree with that disqualification. So I can't see any other countries withdrawing for that reason.
I mean, I think at most I could just see people being a bit vocal about it.
Obviously security here for obvious reasons, we can't ignore the fact that the security is very high here, and and tensions are high as well. Obviously different people have their different beliefs. We're really here to celebrate the music, and unfortunately on a weekend when it's meant to be united by music, this has overshadowed everything, and it's such a shame for the artists as well. Really sad for the artists, because they will be feeling this pressure as well, and it just doesn't make things easier for not only the Dutch or the Israeli delegations, but also all the other delegations that are performing in the grand final tomorrow. So we've got Kronoslav is saying, when is the Big Five press conference? That has been cancelled, I believe, today. And what they have done is they've brought forward the Junior Eurovision press conference. And if you stick with us, we think we're about to find out who the host city of Junior Eurovision will be.
I literally could not be any more excited for this.
Let's have a look. I'm trying to, but guys, I want to know, who do you think is going to win Eurovision? This should be about the music rather than anything else. So, who are your favourites from the semi-finals? Obviously, semi-final 2 last night.
Yeah.
Any shocks or surprises for you? I know lots of people here have been saying Belgium was a shocker for not qualifying. Guys, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I can see 1,300 of you now in the live, which is incredible. So, welcome to Eurovox, and please make sure you subscribe to our channel. Vasily, you're saying Norway, let's go.
Ooh.
I've still got Norway down as a potential winner of this contest because I say every time, I'm bored of saying it, but I think the winner is going to be someone that doesn't win the jury or the televote, but is consistent across both. And I think the points are going to be spread so tightly across a number of countries. Hello to Venia Carolina. You're saying Ukraine. I've just lost your comment, I'm afraid. Eddie Baker, we've got, is in. Okay, so guys, we just got the news in from Clara saying that Junior Eurovision is going to be held in Madrid.
Oh, how exciting!
Which is exciting. A city that I love. I go to every year for the Madrid pre-party. So there you go. Junior Eurovision 2024 will be held in Madrid. I'm very excited about that. Can't wait to see what a Spanish organised contest will look like, and hopefully it will involve on a junior. I was going to say sangria, but it's Junior Eurovision. But lots of beautiful tapas. And some. Well, we're not going to get sunshine in November, are we?
I mean, I think we'd have decent weather.
16th of November. 16th of November in Madrid, Junior Eurovision Song Contest. Countdown begins. Well, for Jess. For me. Jess, are you ready to burst?
Oh my goodness, yes. But obviously, the last time Spain won Eurovision was what, 69?
Yeah.
And they've never hosted Junior Eurovision before either. They've won it once before, but never hosted. So I'm so intrigued, as you said, to see how a Spanish production of Eurovision would be like. But I think because it's obviously Junior Eurovision, I imagine lots of fun, as they always make it for the kids. And
yeah, and we've seen such a like the production at Benidorm Fest. I mean, that has been kind of off the scale. So Spain have 50 years to put into the staging of Junior Eurovision, so we think it's going to be the best. So we can't wait to be there. Let's have a look. We've got Maria. You're saying Oslo 2025. I love Norway's entry.
Me too.
Jess will give up. I was covered in goosebumps when I watched them rehearse today. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful on stage. I still have it down as a dark horse. Maria, we've heard that Norway's very expensive, so can we come and stay with you if Norway win? We'll even do a tent in your back garden.
I mean, I was actually in Norway for Eurovision in 2010, which was a fantastic experience. I had a ticket for all 3 live shows, but it was very expensive.
We've got Chris Uwe. You're saying Galway 2025. Well, look out for Ireland this year. Obviously, you guys have seen it in the semi-final. Absolutely beautiful piece of art on stage. Lots of buzz around Bambi Thug's participation as well. We've got Joao. You're saying Lisbon 2025. Congratulations to Yolanda for getting through to the final. Who else have we got here? We've got Kerry is confirming Junior Eurovision is on the Sunday normally. 16th of November is a Saturday.
It's possible maybe they made the decision to move it back to Saturday night rather than Sunday afternoon. Either that or the date was told wrong to us.
We've got Jagor Zdravnici. You're saying Zagreb 2025.
I would love to see that.
Very, very, very possible. Obviously, it is the favourite at the moment, and I would not be shocked if Croatia were to win. We've got Farid G. You're saying Zagreb 2025 as well. I can't meme. You're asking if there's any more news about the Netherlands. We've not had any more news yet, but we will bring it to you. Oh, it's a touchscreen.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been tapping.
It's easier to touchscreen.
Okay,
I have a touchscreen laptop, and Andy's just figured out it's touchscreen.
Oh, wow. Rye Bailey, do we know we have 1 million views on one of our TikTok videos? We do. And thank you so much, guys, for watching our TikTok videos. If you don't follow us on TikTok at the moment, make sure you go and follow us there. Our TikTok followers have gone up and up and up over the past couple of weeks in the thousands, which is amazing. So thank you so much, guys, for your support. Someone, I can see your comment. We don't know. We will let you know as soon as we hear. Valentine is saying Amsterdam 2025. it's looking less likely
Yeah.
now, but we will bring you the official news as soon as we get it from the EBU. Emma wants to know, how do we think Croatia will do with the jury vote?
I've always thought Croatia could do well with the jury vote, just purely because they won the jury vote in Dora. And then if you look back to last year as well, Karia was fourth with the juries. So I think the song does have jury potential. I still think it's more of a televote song than a jury song, but I could still see a top 5 with the juries for Croatia.
RZKH, you're saying the EBU website is down. What does this mean? I'll tell you exactly what it means. Because of the news, there's going to be so much traffic going to the EBU website that it will probably have crashed, or the amount of traffic going to the website will be significant, because this is big news and we can't deny that. Let's have a look. We've got Fabio. What about the issue of the Italian broadcaster showing the vote percentages during the second semi-final? We heard about this. So was it? Is it confirmed? I'm not sure.
Samuele, who's obviously Italian on our team, said that the results were not fully accurate.
Okay.
So
Although I don't know how he would know that. That would just be a rumor, so that's not official. Let's have a look. No, she doesn't. She's just done a lot of talking on this live stream today.
I've been doing.
Don't say run down.
I've just been doing so many live videos, and I do also have a problem with my vocal cords, which doesn't help my voice.
Yeah, I mean, Jess, you've been an absolute soldier. You've done an amazing job. So has Fred and Clara, Maria as well, who's been working with Team Eurovox, and the guys at home. Millie, I don't know if you're watching this, we have to shout out to you, because you've been managing all of our TikTok along with Ibrahim and all the other guys who have been contributing to the news on the website. The team have done an amazing job. So thank you from me for that. We've got Vince Froman. What do I think about the disqualification of Czechia and San Marino? Czechia wasn't a huge surprise. I actually saw potentially San Marino could have gone through last night. I thought, the Spanish votes may have got them through as well. They did an outstanding performance on stage,
100%.
and it really stood out. So I was quite sad not to see San Marino go through. Talking about kind of small countries such as San Marino, I did an interview with Suzanne Georgi, who's obviously Andorra's last participant. She's here with the Luxembourg delegation, working with Tally as a vocal coach, but she's still fighting to get Andorra back to the contest, and we would love to see that as well. So stay tuned to our YouTube channel for that interview when it comes out. Let's have a look. Adrian A, could the UK have a chance? Their staging is quite impressive and their song is a grower. I don't think they've got a chance of winning. I think they could definitely be sort of top 15, top 12, top 10, maybe.
Yeah, I think for me, after seeing all of the performances by him so far, I think left side of the scoreboard is achievable for the UK.
I'm just going to check whether the press conference is over. And has the press conference finished? Is it over?
Standing ovation.
No, but it's finished.
The BSB, you're saying Zurich 2025.
Guys, we're going to head back into the press centre quickly because the press conference has finished. The guys are still in the press centre trying to find out the latest news. As soon as we get something official, we will let you know.
But yeah, going back to your comment, we could be headed to Switzerland next year. It could be a real possibility.
Guys, there's so many of you in the live at the moment. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. And thank you to all of those of you who have subscribed while we've been out here in Malmö. Lots of content for you guys to watch, so make sure check that out. Do you need to have a break?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, guys, I'm going to hand you back to Fred.
Hello.
The beautiful Fred. Beautiful Fred.
Okay, so guys, yes, it's lovely. Thank you. My spa treatment.
Fresh and Jed. Fred and Jess have been doing an amazing job on the live streams this week.
Do you
go back in or?
Have we lost?
Sorry, the connection might be a bit slow in here because obviously there's lots of things going on. So if we drop out, we're still here.
So if you want to catch me up to where we've gotten to, have you just updated them with
So yeah, for any new guys who've been asking what's going on with the Netherlands, we were updated with the statement, and we were just talking about who people think is going to win Eurovision this year and where we'll be going. So we've had a lot of people saying Zagreb. We've had Norway. I can see someone saying Finland. We've got Zurich from Les BSB. You're saying Switzerland, and we can't discount Switzerland this year. Joao, does someone want to marry Joao? It looks like you're looking for a husband, Joao. So we could turn this into a dating channel for you. I'm sure you'll find a husband. I think I think there might be the right audience here. Let's have a look. We've covered the EBU website being down. Vasily, yeah, I think because so much traffic going to the website, it's UK could be top 5 in jury, says Vasily.
It's interesting. I mean, it could do very well. Again, as we were mentioning earlier, some of the juries are made up of musical professionals, and some of the juries are personalities and representatives from that country. So it check the date for it is a possibility that the UK could do very well with the juries. But I honestly think that they're more likely to do better with the televote because this is an audience performance that you're almost feeling again because Ireland is delivering such a strong staging. The UK are also transporting us to this dystopian outer space locker room with
knowing Spain, they don't do things on Sunday.
Boxing men. But no, I mean the fact that it's never been done before. The UK really sort of keep things G-rated. But I more power to them for breaking the mold.
Guys, 1,300 of you in here, and I'm sure you're not all subscribers, so please go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok and the other socials as well. I like this question from you, Krunislav. Do we think Junior Eurovision is harmful for the mental health of the participants? If it was harmful, then I don't think they would let it go ahead. And I know that the EBU, the organisers, make sure that there's lots in place because it's still, pressure on the contestants, similar to the sort of pressure that you would get here. But I know that my experience of Junior Eurovision is it's a really, really fun competition to be involved in. And it's lovely to see kind of how that acts. And we got to interview Stand Unique, who were the UK act that came, fourth. Jess is our Junior Eurovision expert. They came fourth. And they look like having the time of their lives. So, of course it's a pressure. Of course it can affect people's mental health. But the EBU, the organisers, make sure there is lots in place to keep the artists safe. Olivier Steiner, do we see France in the top 3? Yes.
Yeah, it's possible.
France could win.
It's definitely a dark horse that he's performing penultimate slot just before Austria, and that vocal, again, I keep saying it, but the hair on my arms just like, and even Andy's like, I'm getting goosebumps on my head. I mean, honestly, goosebumps on his head. That is power there.
It was hard to find them underneath all of the hair, but what is our favourite Eurovision song of all time? We're going to get the girls to come in on this as well. But Fred.
Oh God, this is like asking you to pick your favourite child.
You don't even have children.
He does.
I do. I have a daughter. But anyway, no. So the oh God, this is so hard. Favorite Eurovision song ever.
So I'm going to tell you mine then while you're thinking.
Yeah.
So mine, I've always said is Albania 2018, Ogent Bush Pepper, but I'm also going to have to throw in a couple of others because it's so hard to pick 2 or 3 others. I'm going to say Netherlands 93, Rehearsal, Edyta Górniak from Poland, and Poland celebrating. Polish team, is it 30 years in Eurovision this year? They're celebrating 30 years in Eurovision. Let's give it up for Poland. Woo! But yeah, Edyta Górniak, their first ever entry, and Måneskin, yes, because I remember being so happy. Clara, favourite Eurovision entry?
My favorite Eurovision entry is Wild Dances by Ruslana. Second Eurovision entry is Sertab Erener's Every Way That I Can.
And is your third Cool Vibes?
What?
Cool
Cool
vibes.
Vibes.
No, I actually don't like Cool Vibes. I like the band, but I don't like
Oh,
Cool
okay. I thought you really liked the song.
Oh, fair enough.
All right, go on, Jess.
So mine is Oro by Jelena Tomasovic, which was Serbia 2008. But in a very, 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 very close second, almost joint favourite is Aya by Blanca Paloma.
And Fred.
I'm just obviously I'm not the Eurovision nerd that I thought I was, but no, I'm going to be stereotypical and say Lorraine with Euphoria, which is probably going to rub people up the wrong way. But I mean, I'm actually fairly new to the contest. I only saw my first contest in 2000, and so I need obviously I've watched previous contests, but. Obviously, ABBA has to be in there.
Oh, of course, and
Waterloo.
it's 50 years since ABBA.
Yes, indeed. So, I feel like I was letting Sweden down if I didn't say a Swedish song. So, and Swedish, is in my blood. So, yeah, I definitely would say Lorraine, ABBA, and I can't think of a third one.
And we will. I can't see where Maria is, but we will. When she's back, we will get her on
I
to
think
tell
she's
you
doing
her
the press conference.
favorite.
So,
Okay. Guys, we're still waiting to get some news. I think the EBU website is still down, but we do get press releases or statements released actually on WhatsApp to us here. So as soon as we get anything, we will let you guys know. Let's have a look. RJ, you're saying, will the Netherlands still be able to vote tomorrow if the Netherlands get disqualified? Now, obviously, there's no precedent for this. It's never happened before. I have a feeling that even if the Netherlands is disqualified, if Avratros, or I can't remember the name of the channel, but if they decide to show it, then I believe actually the EBU will allow the Netherlands still to vote.
Of course.
Because this isn't something that should affect the viewers and the public. And if there is a disqualification, then I'm really sad for you guys in the Netherlands. But like I said, there's no precedent. I'm sure the EBU have no idea what will happen at the moment. They'll be behind. I would hate to be in that meeting, but they'll be behind closed doors somewhere, working out what to do, what's going to happen. Obviously, we've got the second dress rehearsal today, starting in about an hour and a half, I think. So if we haven't had they will have to put out an official statement by then, because obviously, if Joost isn't allowed to rehearse. I've seen some comments in the live chat of people saying they've heard that he's already left Malmö and has been seen at the airport. I'm not sure if that's true. Guys, if you are saying that in the comments, can you let us know kind of where you've heard that? But yeah, we're not sure what's happening at the moment. Let's have a look. We've got here a comment from Derek O'Mani. You're saying Dublin, Ireland says hello, Bambi Thug for the win. But some people think it's possible here. I'm not sure if I think they can win, but I think watch out for Ireland. I think they're going to get their best result in a long, long time.
Absolutely.
Which will be fantastic because it is a real piece of art on stage. We've got Ibrahim saying Viva Jess. Guys, there's so many comments coming in. Keep them coming in. We're trying to answer as many comments as we can, but it's so difficult. Let's have a look. Jam Slam is saying, will Latvia repeat 2021 UK and receive double zeros? I don't see it, but I've heard a lot of people at home saying, "Oh, I can't believe that Latvia qualified," but I've always had it down as a bit of a sleeper. And I compare it to Alika last year, which all of a sudden at the end of the voting, you saw that Estonia was in 8th place or 9th place, wherever they were. So I think the same may happen with.
I think Latvia should pick up some points, especially from the juries.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Suzanne is saying Dutch News seems to believe that Joost has left the Eurovision building. He may have done, but the rehearsals don't start until, the rehearsal starts at 9, although you would assume that if he was going to be taking part in that rehearsal that he would be here getting makeup done, but, maybe that's not a priority right now. So we will see. Emilia, what do we think about Lithuania? I freaking love it.
Yes.
And honestly, the reaction here in the media center when Sylvester Belt performs, everyone's up and dancing. There's so much support for Sylvester. We can't forget to mention, I believe he's bisexual. He's referred to himself as being part of the queer community. That's such an important thing for a country such as Lithuania to be to have an artist from that community on stage. And it's just a fantastic song and a fantastic performance.
100%. He's performing in 7th position. So I think it will stand out in that first set of songs. And I believe it's just before they go to break. So, yeah.
Leonard Roches, you're saying, can countries which do not make it to the grand final vote? Yes, they can. And also countries around the world can vote. There is also a rest of the world televote as well. So that's where you can vote from any non-participating countries. All of those votes then come together to make a rest of the world vote. Lucia, you're saying such a drama. Well, we were really hoping for no dramas. I think probably it was difficult not to have any this year, and this is the biggest one that I've ever seen or been involved in.
There's always going to be drama here at Eurovision. This one's bigger than most, but don't let it, rain on the parade.
Yeah, Eddie Baker, can we tell us a little bit more about how the juries will vote? What will they look for? Well, there are certain rules about what juries should be basing their votes on. It is I can't remember what they are. there is criteria that they have to vote on, and we don't know because it's such quality this year that the jury votes could literally go anywhere.
It's true. They tend to focus on song quality, the performance, and the overall presentation of the song.
Let's have a look. Jeffrey Messine, you're saying you love Storm. Are you talking about Surrey or Victor Crow? Well, that was a Storm, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Vasily, I'm afraid not. Malta. Oh, well, this is what we were talking about earlier, actually, that if Netherlands are disqualified, will they then take an act from the semi-final? We have no idea what the rules say about this. It's never happened before. No country has ever been disqualified during the competition. So there's no precedent, so we don't know.
Yeah, I did see someone mentioning that Malta were holding a press conference in 20 minutes' time.
Oh, so Malta, really? Oh, wow. Okay, so we will let you know as soon as we have anything. Is that a press conference in here?
Again, this was in the chat, so...
Okay, we don't know if that's official or not. I mean, if it's an unofficial press conference, it may just be calling for a spot in the final if they've heard that the Netherlands have been disqualified. We really don't know. Emo Bear is saying Latvia will get jury points.
Agree?
I was going to say I believe so. I mean, I agree. I love this. Op, you live in Greece and you just saw Joost walk past your house eating a croissant and snapping his fingers while smiling. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Shrek, you're saying apparently Sarah Benici has shared a story that says wait for an exciting news in 5 minutes. Could be anything, but let's just see. Alice Jade is saying Dutch News has not said anything yet. Okay. Let's have a look. Alex ESC Morgan, bottom 5. I haven't got. I'm too tired to even think about that right now, to be honest with you. And I think what we may have said coming into this has probably changed after we've seen the countries perform.
Yeah.
So I know people were saying UK, Germany, blah blah blah. UK, I'll be surprised to see in the bottom 5 now after seeing the staging of the song, the shock value.
I mean, I think the only one that it's possible that we think may end up there is possibly Germany, being so far early in the running order that it could be forgotten. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any dead certs of anything this year because the contest is wide open. I don't think there's any weak performers in there. There was some shot qualifiers, but
Google account just said we're not downplaying anything. We literally have given you all of the news that we have. The EBU is obviously being very, very, I'm trying to think what the word is. Not risk averse. They have to make sure that any statements that go out are totally correct and worded in a certain way. So we're waiting on the statement. So we know as much as you guys, but we are hearing rumours. There's a real buzz here in the press centre, so we will let you know as soon as we have anything. We're not playing anything down.
No.
We just don't have any new news to give you. Guys, if you are new to to Eurovox, please make sure you subscribe to our channel. I think about 150 of you have over the past couple of hours, so thank you so much for that. Jeremy, you're saying, is Malta going to replace the Netherlands? We will soon find out. Do we think Greece will get 12 points from Cyprus? I'm manifesting it now. I'm pretty sure it will happen.
We'll just sit on the fence.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Do we think Denmark's limited movement on stage hurt their chances of advancing to the final? Jess is saying yes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for Denmark, but we did touch on this yesterday. We just felt that the song is nice, and it's so beige that it could end up being 11th and 12th place for everyone. So you end up you don't get any votes for that because it falls into everyone's nice category, whereas it's the ones that you remember and the ones that you hate are the ones that make an impact on you. And I just think this it came across as just a bit too nice. It didn't stick out.
I'm just going to ask Jess how long she thinks she might be.
Maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, cool, 10 minutes because I need to work on something else.
Okay, so thoughts on...
Maria? Is Reacion alive?
So thoughts on Madrid being chosen for Junior Eurovision by RTVE and them opting for the La Calle
I'm going to find out Maria's favourite Eurovision song to be told you.
Which is quite big venue from what I'm reading. I don't know the venue, but I'm really excited that Spain finally get to put on a contest of Eurovision, whether it be a junior or original. I think they're going to show their love for the contest. And anyone that knows anything about Eurovision, the Spanish fans love Eurovision, and they go a bit crazy for it, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, Clara is she's having a little bit of a nap because bless her, it's been a long week, but yeah.
They don't do siestas here in Sweden.
No, so. They don't. No, so she's not used to it. She needs to catch up on her sleep. But no, I think it will be amazing. The fact that you've got Spain in their capital, showcasing Eurovision for the first time. Do we think Finland could end up in the top 10?
I don't see it myself.
I think this will struggle with jury votes. So again, it's another one of those songs that is going to be favored by one camp other than the other. So I think this will be favored by televotes. It probably will get very little in the jury category. So because of that, I imagine it will end up mid-table at best. Okay. Yeah, by all means. As a Croat, I'm afraid of what an HRT production of Eurovision would look like. Well, that's an interesting question and comment. Obviously, Croatia hasn't actually hosted a Eurovision before, so it would be quite interesting to see. It may help bring, a different sort of audience to the Croatian tourist board and things along the line, because obviously we've got our diehard Eurovision fans that will go and embrace the contest wherever it is. But I was speaking to a Croatian earlier, and he was saying that there's only sort of one gay club in Zagreb. So, I mean, I can understand how people might be worried from that point of view, but I think anybody would love representation of, showing off their country. And I think it's about time that we've got a new country hosting, because obviously they bring a little bit of life into the contest, and they actually show their own love for the contest, like the Swedes do. Swedes love Eurovision, and I think that's why they're so popular in it, because they just embrace it. So being able to have another country and hopefully embracing it as well might potentially bring back some of the countries that unfortunately either couldn't afford or have left the Eurovision Song Contest recently. So we'd love to see Andorra back. We'd love to see Hungary and Turkey and some of the other countries that have participated previously to come back and show their love for the contest again. Okay, so let's see what else we've got in the chat. We've got someone saying that Sarah is teasing news on Instagram in 3 minutes.
You're such a tease boy.
Yeah, again, you're such a tease boy. So we don't know. What is she teasing? Hopefully we will know shortly. I think we've got Jess coming back into the chat.
Can I just very quickly go and grab some food before the
Yes, of course you can. Yes, she can. We are allowing her to eat. Bless her. It has been go here in the press
I've
center.
just been typing up an article for our website about Junior Eurovision coming to Madrid on November 16th, which of course is the first time Junior Eurovision is on a Saturday since 2015.
Oh, wow.
So, because from 2016 onwards, they moved it to Sunday
To
afternoon.
Sunday, yeah.
Because I think they thought an afternoon or early evening slot was better for the kids, because sometimes Saturday night can be quite late for the kids and teenagers. And also you may not get people like kids watching like 9-10 o'clock at night. So I think that was the reason they did it. So I'm wondering whether it's still going to be kind of afternoon or whether it's going to be evening again. I don't know.
Okay.
Either way, I'm so happy.
Bless
and now
her.
I have my next goal to save up money for.
Yes,
Woo-hoo.
indeed.
I'll be back soon.
So just having a look at some of the other comments on here. It says that the Malta announcement is on her Instagram. It's an Instagram story at the moment. Anybody have news on what this exciting news is? I have not seen it yet, but I'll get Jess to have a look when she comes back, and we can get to that. Okay, so just so do we see Austria in the bottom? I don't know, Alan. I think it's sort of a bit of a fan favorite, and the fact that they're performing last, I think would be highly doubtful that they'd be at bottom. I think this will get some televotes. I think it will actually get some jury votes as well. I don't. It is a very crowded final, and it could end up being sort of mid-table or mid to low table. But I don't see it coming bottom. But who knows? It's really all up for grabs. Let's see, any other comments? So we've got Emma saying that Sarah Benici said on her Instagram, big news coming. Okay, so I'd love to know what this big news is. Is there anybody wants to share? Let's see. We've got lots and lots of comments. Obviously, we're still waiting to hear back about the Netherlands. There's still been no official announcement, but it has been released that Joost had a physical altercation with a photographer, and the EBU are currently in talks about what is going to happen. Okay? So we've got Oh Dude saying that Italy is overrated. I mean, um, I must say it's not my favorite song in the competition, but actually I think she delivers it quite well. I know some of the other guys really love Italy, and I can see why people like this, and I'm really excited to see that they've actually changed some of the outfits so that they're standing out a bit more from yesterday's semi. So it all seems positive, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's overrated. I mean, Italy always really do well because anything that wins San Remo is going to be of quality. I mean, to be fair, San Remo is the reason that the Eurovision Song Contest exists. It predates the Eurovision Song Contest, and it was the reason that that the Eurovision Song Contest was sort of created based on San Remo. So I think Italy has a strong heritage of it. So I don't necessarily think it's overrated, but it may not do as well as some people think. Let's see. Divided. Again, we've got. So we've got Alexandra saying Finland for the win, which is great. I don't think it will win, but we shall see. So many comments coming in. Thank you guys for sticking with us while we get official information coming through. So we've also, Sarah's just announced a song. Okay, so it's just her new song. That was the big news. Okay, so well, congratulations. I'd love to hear the new song because, like I said, I loved the revamped version of Loop, and I really think Malta gave her all. Sarah really delivered last night and gave her all to sort of represent Malta, and I think she's done herself proud. Okay, so. Do you think again? Got lots of people saying Finland could end up in the top 10. I don't know. There's also, it looks like there's some rumors here about saying that Spain has withdrawn from the contest, but again, this is all speculation at this point. Again, that has not been confirmed in any way. But again, as soon as we hear, we will give you that information. So it sounds like the Malta news was that she's released a new song.
Okay.
So it wasn't
I mean,
as groundbreaking as we might
all
thought.
know how artists, like singers, etc., in the world like to make an announcement to make it seem as if something's big and then it's quite small, but
Yeah.
it's hype.
It is hype. So
I have lovely Swedish meatballs.
Swedish meatballs for Dins.
Yeah.
So there seems to be some rumors going around that Spain are looking to withdraw
From Eurovision.
Due to what's happening currently.
Okay.
But like I said, that's
But
all
just rumors at the
speculation.
moment, yep.
But until we hear anything further, we will wait
Okay.
to hear that information. What's the craziest drama you can remember from Eurovision?
What this?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the biggest thing
Yeah.
of recent years. I mean, obviously, there's always been
I mean, I know there's
the
been,
stage
yeah.
invaders and things along
Yes,
those
and
lines.
there's been sometimes countries have had dramas regarding their staging or their outfits and
Yeah.
and stuff. And the only other kind of big thing, I guess, was in I think 2021 when some artists got COVID and like Daddy Freya and they couldn't perform live. Because I mean, it wasn't drama, but it was a big thing to happen, obviously.
Of course.
And then some countries missed rehearsals or had stands in because of potential COVID. So that's really the only kind of biggest thing I've heard up until now.
Okay. So we've got again lots of people talking about Spain. Again, until we know
Yep.
we will give you that information.
But speaking of Spain, if you didn't know already, Madrid is officially hosting Junior Eurovision 2024 on November the 16th.
Yes, and if you didn't know, Jess is very, very, very excited about this.
Who, me? A fan of Junior Eurovision? Never.
Okay, so view the numbers on the. Sorry, Eddie's saying view the numbers on the official performance videos from the semi, an indication of popularity. Baby Lasagna and Bambi have been neck and neck all week. I mean, that's a good indicator around the people that know what's going on with the contest.
Yeah.
Funny enough, obviously, the massive chunk of the final audience will have not seen the semifinals. Exactly. So it's actually the majority of the people that will be voting on the night won't actually know anything about the songs. So, I mean, it's a good indicator for what is popular already, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything come Saturday.
Yeah.
So, what is Fred's accent?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm American originally. I grew up in the States, and I attended university in just outside London. And I've now officially lived in the UK for longer than I've resided in the US. I have a British passport now, so I do have a bit of an amalgamation of an accent. The natives know I'm not British, but most foreigners that come to UK think I'm from all around the world because I just have an accent that just absorbs everything. So I'm Mr. International.
Yes, you're giving Pitbull a run for his money.
Indeed. Any further? We've got Boet saying Croatia will win surely.
I think it's a very real possibility.
It is.
I mean, the song, the staging, everything is incredible.
Yeah.
And it comes across great in the arena and on screen. So we could be gearing up for a Balkan Eurovision next year. How exciting.
Elinio says he will open a small franchise of gay bars if Eurovision comes to Zagreb. Oh. No worries.
Okay, so we're sorted then.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. Because I was saying that my Croatian friend was saying that there's actually only one gay club in Zagreb.
But of course, potentially the contest. I don't know whether any other cities in Croatia have a suitable venue and accommodation, etc. If anyone knows in the comments, let us know. Because potentially maybe Split or Rijeka or somewhere like this. I don't know.
Yeah.
But let us know.
I've never been to Croatia myself, so I can't really say.
I've been to Zagreb once before, but I was only there for like 2 days, so I don't remember too much about it.
Okay.
Did you hear the news about Alcazar on stage on Saturday?
I did.
You were in the presence of an Alcazar superfan.
Yeah, I mean, anything Swedish, and I go a little bit crazy. I even when they announced it, I actually screamed here in the press center. I posted it on our group chat for all of the Euroboxers, and I said my poor gay heart can't take any more Swedish surprises. But no, I mean the amount of stuff that's coming through. I mean, this is. I'm gonna leave Malmo just a very, very, very happy man, and I mean, regardless of what happens in the contest, I think Malmo has hosted and has brought us to a contest that we can surely be proud of, and it will definitely be remembered.
And I've just been loving seeing all these former Eurovision singers come on stage and just have like a sing-along. We've got an ABBA tribute in the final with Charlotte Pirelli, Conchita and Carola. So I'm so excited for that. It's going to be amazing.
I know. Hashtag free Jess. Is she trapped somewhere?
I'm not trapped. I don't need to be freed. I'm very happy in my Eurovision bubble.
Let's see. They're repeating because I don't think it's updating as quickly.
Yeah, we do have a lot of people watching and a lot of people in the comments. So if we don't get to your comments, please, we're trying to get through as many as we can. So Kronoslav, you're saying Split and Rijeka are very small, only Zagreb is suitable.
Okay.
I had a feeling it would be the capital that would probably be the only suitable venue in a small country like Croatia.
It was likely that would be the case.
Do we think Portugal can do top 5 in the juries?
It's maybe. I mean,
Laura says maybe.
I don't think it's impossible. I think top 10 is more likely.
Yes.
But because there's a lot of good songs this year. So I think there's quite a bit to compete against.
I mean, Portugal definitely will appeal to juries more than televoters.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will appeal enough to be top 5. But I could see lower top 10 or lower left side with the juries potentially.
Okay. What is this one?
Mob, you're saying Rijeka 2025?
Is that another city in Croatia?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'll happily go anywhere in Croatia, to be honest. So
yeah.
And Rijeka, I think, is on the coast, if I remember correctly.
Oh my God, a beach?
So sunny beach.
Oh my God.
Does anyone want to eat? I'm just conscious about.
I have food.
Are you all right?
I've eaten, so it's fine.
I'm fine.
Are you all right if I go and grab something?
Bambi should have
Yeah.
been in this. In some points, was very unique. I loved her song. Bambi is non-bono. That's okay.
Let's have a look.
Zora.
So apparently Spain
Has Spain made a
made
statement?
I mean, I'm hearing lots of reports that various countries are reporting on this news, on this incident. And from what I've heard, a lot of them are saying the same thing or similar things, but some are saying some different things. So I don't know what's going on. No one knows what. Obviously, somebody knows what's going on in the world, but we don't know what's going on. Us press, us media, us fans, we don't know what's going on. We know just as much as you. So I'm hearing so many different things. I don't know whether it's true, whether it's a rumor. So yeah.
Okay. There's a comment about my agreement to do a striptease if Austria won their semifinal. I think it's highly unlikely.
Don't think so,
highly unlikely.
but maybe it's possible. People were watching our live stream and they mass voted for Austria to win just so they could see Fred
just because
striptease.
of me. Bless them.
But no, I think Switzerland won this. I mean,
Yeah, I think they
I can't see it.
quite possibly
The
run
only
away
other
with it.
country I could see winning the semi is Norway.
Norway, yeah.
Oh, look, here we go. Croatia can host Eurovision on the beach outside.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yes.
The days here are really quite warm, which is lovely. But I must say, coming out of the venue in the evening, I've been freezing my bum off. And because there's
You even had to borrow my jacket yesterday.
exactly, so there's a no bag policy. There's so I've been trying to carry as least things as possible. So, but I was shivering and. Yeah, she wore 2 jackets. That's how cold she was.
Thick Nugget are asking who are our favourites. Well, we both have the same favourite this year, Austria.
Yeah, Austria is my favorite song. From a performance perspective, I think my favorite currently is Croatia, but out of nowhere, and I mean nowhere, I think France has just come out of the shadows.
Oh, yeah.
It's just blown my mind, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I always knew the French song was going to be popular with juries because this is a typical song that they would gravitate towards too more. But after seeing his performances, his rehearsals, I just feel like they're going to go for it even more now than I thought they were before. and I'm thinking potential jury winner for France.
100%. Okay, we think again we've okay, so we still haven't had any further
Yeah.
information about Yost.
Yeah, we don't know any more than you do,
um,
guys.
Again, as soon as we hear, we will. Oh, bless you.
Twisted Elegance, Fred, will you marry me?
Well, I am single, so if we're gonna turn this into a date show, by all means, I'll happily be your bachelor.
Oh.
And you can bring on your suitors to apply.
Okay. Rise Ian is asking, what do you think about Armenia Ladaniva?
It's a really fun song. It's really great to have something like this in the final, so that because there's so much hype about other songs. Something like this could potentially get lost, but because it's such a joyous song, I think it's going to be like a little unpolished gem type aspect. I think it could sneak in and grab some really nice votes from both juries and the public, because it's just a jolly little song that you just can't get out of your head.
And the staging matches that. It's so bright and colourful.
It is.
Similar to what we saw with Moldova 2022, which I've mentioned before.
Yep.
It just exudes fun and happiness on stage. And I remember they were the last country to be announced as qualifying. And I was so worried they were not going to qualify, because I really wanted them to, along with so many others. So I was so happy that they finally qualified.
Again, guys, I get your want of news, but
we don't have any news to give you.
If I haven't got any news to give you, there's nothing I can give. But as soon as it comes through, we will give it to you.
So on the RTV website, they have kind of released some kind of statement regarding freedom of press, as this comment says.
Okay.
I have been sent a link. By that, gosh, we've been live for a very long time. Longest live we've ever done. Obviously, lots of comments about the incident today.
Yep.
Did you see this coming after the press thing this afternoon? I don't think anybody could have predicted anything like this.
I mean, this is 100% unprecedented. I mean, that's why everybody wants to know what's happening, including us. So we don't want to be in the dark about it either.
Yeah. Neobus, you're saying from Zagreb to the coast is near, so you can take a dip in the morning in the sea and be in Zagreb in the afternoon.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Maybe we could take our lunch break from the press centre by the beach.
Kick back, shades on, lovely.
Yeah. Come on, Croatia. Come on, baby lasagna. But I do wonder, this might be a bit silly, but if baby lasagna won, could we have some lasagna company as an official sponsor? Just randomly?
Funny that you say that.
Is there a lasagna company or
well, I mean, obviously,
maybe in Italy?
Lots of Italian food producers obviously sell their own version of lasagna. But funny enough, baby lasagna is trending on X as a food item, as a food cuisine. So I guess baby lasagnas are a thing.
Yeah, but I do wonder whether there could be somebody that's not a fan of Eurovision could be looking at that and thinking trying to find a baby lasagna online and wondering, is it a mini lasagna or?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that there's sort of individual portions or possibly a almost like an hors d'oeuvre type aspect. But
Jasper, you're saying Vienna or your hometown Salzburg 2025. Believe Colleen also will have enormous vote because there are a lot of producers. Okay. I mean, obviously, I would be very happy with an Austrian win because it's my favorite song.
It is my favorite song. I've been to Vienna before, several times actually. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. I haven't been anywhere else in Austria, so if another city wants to host, by all means, I'll be there.
Raving in Austria.
100%.
Yes, that would be amazing. Eddie Baker, you're saying France is a big no for you. Enrico, you're saying France, no public vote.
It's possible, but the thing is, if it can take me, someone who didn't actually particularly care for the song, for me to sit up and take notice
Yeah.
and actually have it as potentially my second
Yeah.
favorite performance from the final. I think that says something.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
and
a
I
good
can't
sign.
be the only person that feels this way.
Yeah.
I mean, listening to the song on a playlist, it does kind of feel like like a nice sort of background type song.
I think some songs are suited more to the live performance. I feel the same way with Because If You by Gustav and Space Mom by Sam Ryder. They really come alive on stage.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've always liked the French songs since day one, but seeing the live performance and the staging of his vocals, I love it even more now. Axel Mendoza, thoughts on Ireland?
I think Ireland will do very well with the
Yes.
televote. I think they will struggle with juries, which is why I don't think an Irish victory is possible.
No.
I think this will be Ireland's best result for many years.
I could see top 10 potentially in the
yeah,
final.
absolutely. So this could potentially be their saving grace, their Renaissance period, because obviously Ireland, Ireland are now tied with Sweden for the most number of wins. So maybe they're putting their foot down and saying, we're not going to let this go. We're coming back. So more power to them.
Of course, it will be incredible to see an Irish win.
Yeah.
Their first win since 1996. But also, their first win after many years of non-qualification. To not only qualify, but then to get in the top 10, the top 5, the top 3 to win, like jump from non-qualification and being near the bottom of the semi to top of the final.
But
how wholesome that story would be.
The fact that you're also going to potentially have an album with Johnny Logan and Bambi Thug.
Oh gosh.
That's Eurovision for you, babe.
I know. Gosh. Let's go back more to the comments. Jago Zranitse are asking shock qualifiers and non-qualifiers.
I think we touched on this on the previous lives. We didn't necessarily expect Latvia to get through.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Slovenia to get in. I thought Serbia, I thought was going to get lost in their placing. But more power to them. They've qualified. I really did want to see Malta there. And I do feel sorry for her, bless her. Belgium, I can understand why it didn't get its
borderline.
Yeah, I mean, I did have it towards the bottom, but it just takes so long for the song to get to that climax that unfortunately you've probably switched off or gone to the loo by that point. So, but
I would agree.
We have our finalists.
Yeah.
So I don't want to cry over spilled milk.
Exactly.
And we've got a final to look forward to.
Exactly. But I would agree with you. Serbia was a surprise qualifier for me, and Latvia was a surprise qualifier. Malta was a surprise non-qualifier because I was convinced they were going to qualify. But there we go. NSM, you're asking, will Estonia do good with the juries?
That's an interesting question.
I don't think they're going to do amazingly well with the juries.
Again, this may play into some of the non-professional music juries, but I don't see them doing particularly well with them.
It's just not the type of song and performance they would normally gravitate towards.
No,
really.
Because they really search for sort of quality storytelling, and again, we said this originally in our previous lives. We don't even know what the song's about unless you go and look it up, type aspect.
Yeah.
So, from a storytelling point of view, they could be singing about grandmas and bananas and I don't know, baby lasagnas.
But no, it is very fun on stage. It's a happy, enjoyable.
It is.
It's like 3 minutes of fun. They're all having the best time on stage. So televoters, I think, will give it some love.
Yep.
The juries, I think it's going to be similar to Moldova 2022, quite a low jury score, but a higher televote score.
Yep. So
I got some lovely Swedish meatballs with mashed potato and
did you
gravy.
enjoy it?
I haven't eaten it yet, but I
Oh,
will.
okay. Yes,
Don't worry.
so she will. She will do
Smoltana, Mika, you're asking one of the finals.
tomorrow.
So tonight we have the jury final, which is when all of the juries from each participating country in the final, in every country this year, will vote. And then tomorrow afternoon we have the family show. Then in the evening we have the live final. I did see Natalia. You're saying Bampitak has the best performance by far this year. Ireland for the win.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree that it stands
Yeah.
out. It's not from a song point of view. It's still not my favorite song, and I
Yeah.
think it won't do as well with the juries.
Yeah.
So
Fred, Jimmy is single. I'm ready,
I'm ready to mingle. I'm single as well. So
I did
bring on the competition.
We plot Fred.
He has Australian citizenship and he's 30. Okay.
I did just see a comment. Hold on a minute. I've seen some people commenting that apparently the news today is. No, hold on. What am I saying? I don't know. Ignore me, guys.
Hello.
Guys, we've still got no news, and we're a bit pissed now because we've been waiting. Like the next dress rehearsal starts in an hour. There's thousands of Dutch fans currently being let into the arena, so I'm a bit worried about kind of the security risk now because if there's Dutch fans in there, they find out that they've been disqualified. It's gonna. I'm not saying Dutch fans aren't well behaved, but they're there to support their artist who they think is in the final.
Yeah.
But yeah, no official news yet. But stick with us, and we will bring it to you as soon as we can. I've heard that the Malta press conference was just to announce her new single.
Song.
So I think that was clever timing by the Maltese delegation.
Indeed. We have heard there were some comments about Spain putting out a press release because they were looking to withdraw. But
we have. I have got a translation of the Spanish press release.
Okay.
Which is very vaguely worded, of course. But it says this, and this is a translation. So, actually, maybe if I can get Clara to just double check the translation because it's a Google Translate.
Yep. So, for those of you wondering what are we talking about, the Spanish broadcaster did release a statement earlier on regarding this incident and regarding freedom of speech. We're just having.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. We're just having.
She said.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
She's just updating.
We've just got Clara to properly translate the Spanish because Clara, of course, is Spanish.
Yes.
Sometimes.
So, our TVE statement, the Spanish delegation from Eurovision TVE has conveyed to EBU its commitment to freedom of the press and opinion and has demanded that Eurovision ensure its respect. So that's all we have from Spain at the moment.
Okay.
We don't have anything from the EBU or from the Dutch broadcaster or anything like that. So
I mean,
that's it for now.
That doesn't say or do anything different.
Yeah.
Obviously, it gives their standing on the matter, but it doesn't say that they're thinking about withdrawing or anything along those lines. So
I wanted to bring this up just purely so I could go. This is a very popular song in Euroclub.
It is.
What are your opinions on Lithuania?
Love it. Love it.
It.
I think he unfortunately won't do as well as we'd hoped because he's performing in 7th position. So I think he might be forgotten come the end of all 26 songs. But I think he will still do well on the night because it is a banger.
Yes. Thick Nugget, you're asking, is the rehearsals going on at the moment?
Not currently.
So we had the first dress rehearsal for the final this afternoon. We've got the jury final coming up in about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So Puck Street, you're asking, Petra hosts for the 3rd time this year. What co-host do you think she works best with? Well, of course, we only have 2 co-hosts, Malin, or I can't do the Swedish
No, don't
accents,
worry.
Malin and, of course, Mons.
But
The 3rd time she was solo hosting.
Yeah, I mean, I think Petra is qualified enough to do this on her own.
Yeah.
But I think it's great to have a bit of light and shade.
Yeah.
I have no issue with Petra hosting the contest on her own, but having someone else there
Yeah.
helps move things along, because obviously for people who don't necessarily get
Yeah.
Petra's jokes, there's someone else, to get things off of. And Petra is a massive Eurovision fan, so it's great to have someone like Malin, who isn't necessarily known in the Eurovision community and doesn't necessarily know as much about Eurovision. So because she can come to it with fresh eyes.
Which is something that I don't have today. Fresh eyes. Are you all right?
Yeah. Do you want me to take a break, or?
I'm relying on you to tell me when you want to take
No,
a break.
I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.
Guys, these guys are doing an insane job today. We've been live for 3 hours now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I do need to do an interview though.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nope. You run. Go ahead. We just had a Google account come up and saying they're witnessing the longest day in Eurovision. This is unprecedented, guys. We've never been in this situation before. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but as soon as we find out, you guys will know. The show does start tonight at 9 Central European time. That will be 8 for you guys back in the UK. So the hopefully we will have some sort of information by then. But as soon as we receive it, we'll get you the information as soon as possible. Lots of people saying they really like Petra, which is great. We love Petra as well. So, Rye Bailey saying, why didn't France want to host Junior Eurovision again? So they've hosted. We've got Jess over here eating, but she's so involved in Junior Eurovision, she has to rip her way from her meatballs to come and answer this question.
So basically, like with Eurovision, the country that wins hosts the next year normally. With Junior Eurovision, they've never normally implemented that because they didn't want to put pressure on these young kids and teenagers that were winning, and potentially them thinking, oh, I put this pressure on my country to host.
Yeah.
So at the very beginning, it was very much like like any country, any city could submit a bid, and then the EBU would look at all of the bids and then decide which one that they thought was the best one. So obviously France won Junior Eurovision last year for a third time, and they did previously host in 2021 and of course last year 2023. So they decided, I think, because they'd hosted it twice very recently, that they wanted to give other countries a chance to host. But I think also because they are hosting the Olympics this year, they're obviously going to be spending a lot of money on that as well. So I think those two reasons are why they decided to take a back seat on hosting this year, basically. I hope that helps.
Yes. It's basically like going back to Ireland in the 90s when they won 3 years in a row. You can't afford to do this every year. Good Lord. The amount of people and the amount of work that goes into putting together a Eurovision, it's like hosting a mini Olympics. You've got all of these delegations, you've got all of the different artists, and it's like you've got all of these different worlds coming together, and trying to find the space for it all is quite difficult. Okay, so so we've got Portuguese media have reported on RTP that the Netherlands has been suspended from Eurovision. Again, this is not confirmed, but I don't know what suspended would mean in the ideas of performing. Again, that sort of means exactly what we currently know anyway. The mood from Island Hedgewich. The mood here is everyone's a bit uncertain about what's going on. There's a lot of people running around. Everyone wants to know what's happening. So it's not just you guys that are hanging on, waiting for an answer. We're waiting as much as you guys. Oh, Eddie Baker is saying, if you know who wins, not necessarily. I mean, if you know who wins, I mean that gives you a reason to visit that country and really sort of celebrate the contest and the what it means for the contest to bring people together. Again, everyone's subject to their own opinion. Let's see what we've got. We've got Lushy saying Ollie for the win from Nottingham. So, yeah, I mean, got lots of support for the UK. We've got Mel saying that she loves drama. Bringing to that's not appropriate. Okay, so obviously we don't condone people sort of posting things that we find derogatory. So yeah, people's posts will be deleted if we feel that they go against our representation of the contest. We love Eurovision, and this isn't about being political. It's not about choosing what we think is right and what we think people should do. At the end of the day, this is a competition for music, and we just want to have fun and celebrate with all of the other artists and songs that have come together to bring us together. That's what Eurovision is all about, is bringing people together over music. So but everyone's subject to their own opinion. But yeah, you may see some comments being deleted, and I do apologize, but those comments are possibly better suited to your own Instagrams or Facebooks, not in this sort of chat. So again, we've got lots of people wanting to know information. We've got Morel saying that he loves the song from Luxembourg. We love the song from Luxembourg as well, and it's great to have them back in the contest. What kind of snack do they have in the press room? Interestingly enough, there's a cafe and a very small restaurant here. So they do love a Swedish fika. And for those who don't know what a Swedish fika is, it's basically a sort of a coffee and a little cake. So like a cinnamon bun, or we've been loving this carrot cake they have here. I've been guilty of almost having a piece a day, which I think I'm going to have to go to the gym to sort out when I'm back. But yeah, it's all I guess sort of fast food. We have Jess enjoying her meatballs. They do have a vegetarian lasagna. They've had fish and chips.
We can confirm there are no babies in the lasagna.
We can confirm there's no babies in the lasagna. Indeed. So we've got Bobby saying that Greece deserves a win this year. Anybody else agree? It's not my favorite song, but yeah. We've got Mr. Eurovision 1986 saying Dizzy is fast becoming his favorite song of the year. Wonderful to hear. Yes, we've got the comments are coming in so quickly. I'm trying to keep up. So we've got thoughts on Malta not making it to the final. I am sad that Malta isn't there, but they've done their best. And obviously, for those that have been following the chat already, they've announced a new song that's coming out. So all you Maltese fans of Sarah can go on and see what her new song is.
Let's get it on.
Let's see. What is your favorite Eurovision year? Oh, that's a good question. My favorite Eurovision year.
Mine is 2006 randomly.
Oh,
It
okay.
wasn't maybe the strongest year in terms of like the songs in the final, but for some reason I just love it so much. I don't know why.
Funny enough,
There's just something about it.
I have a random year as my favorite year as well. Again, I started watching the contest back in 2000. So my favorite actually is Estonia 2002 because I think it was the very first Eurovision I actually got on CD and actually listened to the songs properly over and over and over again. So because of that, those songs have they're a part of my being. And I'm sure everyone has a year like that for them.
I mean, I love 2010 because it was the first contest I went to in person. I had a ticket for all 3 live shows. I was also there in 2011 as a fan, so that was fun.
Bubble Pirate says 2006 and 2014. Boet says 1975. So we've got another 2008. We've got somebody saying 1994. We've Got Amphitheater saying 2016 and 2023. Clayton saying 2016 is the best year. God, you guys are just in it today. We've got 1998 from Mr. Eurovision saying it was because it was from his hometown of Birmingham. I mean, when your own, not only your own country hosts, but your own hometown, I mean, that's pretty magical, isn't it? Having Eurovision in your backyard, I mean, that's amazing. We've got another one for 1978. Yes, that's entirely true. We've got one for 2004. We've got 2016, 2014. So, yeah, I mean, so everybody's got a favorite. Oh, we've got somebody here saying 1983. Okay. So I don't know. Someone very jokingly has put 1924, which obviously the Eurovision wasn't around in that sort of time. But we've got somebody saying that 2015 was amazing because Il Volo was there with Grande Amore, one of their favorite songs of all time. Great. We've got someone saying 1971. We've got 2019. Bubble Pirates come back with some more. So 65, 2014, 2006, and 2024. I mean, it's great that we've got so many people responding. And thank you guys for being so patient with us while we've got all of this information coming in, or lack of, as it may be. We're still waiting for information to come through about the Netherlands and what's going to happen. For those of you who are just joining, obviously the Netherlands have been involved in a altercation with a photographer and have been currently disallowed to do any rehearsals because of it, and the EBU are looking and investigating it in order to make a decision about what's going to happen. Okay. You guys are going nuts over the different years, but I think it's really great to say that everyone has their own favorite, and for different reasons. So I think it's great that that every contest has a different meaning for someone, because every year is special for different reasons, whether it's a particular song or because it was held in a particular city, or maybe it was because it was your very first contest that you'd seen, or that the first contest you had seen in person. So yeah, there's great comments around those sorts of things. I heard that the main stage director is on stage. Did you know anything about that? Do we know anything about the stage director being on stage?
I have no idea, I'm afraid.
No, I haven't heard anything about it. The yes, unfortunately, the vibe here is interesting to say the least. There's lots of people running back and forth trying to get information, but it's unfortunately there's still no further information.
So I'm not gonna have any FOMO. Do you want some speaks?
Yes, we do have a Twitter account, obviously X. But yeah, the if you go and make sure that you go in and like us on our YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, X, and we have our own website as well at Eurovision.tv for all of you new guys that have joined us. Thank you so much for being with us and supporting us. We really appreciate it. I I thank you guys for all joining us on this crazy ride that we've been experiencing here in Malmo at the 2024 Eurovision Song Contest. This is unprecedented, and we don't know exactly what is going to happen. The Spanish delegation did put out a press release for those that are questioning that. Unfortunately, it just said that they agree with freedom of press, which again doesn't really say much. It doesn't really mean much. So, any other further information?
So, Twan from Eurovox has sent a photo. Again, I don't know whether this is true or not, so it could just be a rumor. It's a photo, I think, from X or Instagram, saying that the Netherlands is no longer in the running order tonight for the jury show. So when they're showing the list of the countries, their flags, and then the position they're performing, the Netherlands is not showing up. I don't know whether this is true or whether this is confirmed.
Again, it could be speculation, but
this is the latest we have. Essentially.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just preemptive planning, just in case the worst does happen. We don't know. We don't know. Until we find out. Until it's confirmed. I don't want to say, but we know that a lot of people want to know what's happening with the Netherlands, and until we get a confirmed statement, we can't say. But yeah, if we don't have the Netherlands there, it will be sad. But if unfortunately an altercation has happened with the photographer, I don't think violence is the answer, regardless of what the reason was behind it. I mean, again, everyone's subject to their own opinion, but we shall see. Yes, Jess has had food and drink. I think I'm the next one that is due to go and get myself some food, because I've been in this chat for which seems like an entire Eurovision. But we're not sweeping anything under the rug, and I guarantee you, as soon as we get information, we will give it to you. Again, nothing has been confirmed from the EBU, so I can't confirm or deny what just released from the picture that she'd seen from Twitter or X. Okay, so anybody else wants to know anything else about the contest that isn't related to the Netherlands? Anything else that they would like to know about the press center, or anything else they'd like to know about the team? Thank you, Sadie. Go and get some meatballs. I'll try and squeeze in some food for myself at some point. Obviously, we just don't want to leave you guys hanging. We've got nearly 1,500 people on the live, and I just don't want to leave you guys. Thank you for commenting on my shirt. But
Fred always wears the best shirts.
Thank you. I do like clothing, so but let's see. when are the jury rehearsals? The jury rehearsal will start in 32 minutes time. So we hope to have information before that goes ahead. We've got somebody else asking, who do they think is going to win?
I think Croatia.
I think it will be Croatia as well.
If it's not Croatia, it will be Switzerland. I think.
The jury final is unfortunately not televised, so you can't watch it. We will see it here in the press center, and those attending the jury final will be able to see it. But no, you can't watch it anywhere, I'm afraid. Marcos thinks that France is winning.
I mean, do you know what though? Because I think along with a lot of other people, see France as a potential jury winner. And so if he's going to be somewhere, let's say in the top 3 with the juries, realistically speaking, if he was able to get a top up with the televote, it could actually be a French win.
Okay.
I don't think he'll do that well with the televote, but if he does surprise everyone and manage to get a really high televote score as well, then I think France have won.
Okay, so again, your comments are coming in thick and fast. We don't know any further information about the Netherlands situation. As soon as we find out information, we will give it to you. So I can't confirm and or deny if he is disqualified, will an 11th place come in. The clapping that you heard was not anything to do with our live.
It's just other people in our live stream.
There's another live stream going on just behind us. So obviously it is a press center, so there are lots of media outlets doing their own things. Anything else?
So we do have Sarah from our team who was saying Joost is not in the jury show tonight. But we obviously
thank you.
need to wait for official confirmation of this, first of all, so it's just speculation.
So Puck Street wants to know who in our team has been to the most Eurovisions in person?
Oh. So I've been to 2010, 2011, 2018, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's 8. I've been to 8.
I've been to 10.
Clara's counting.
To be fair, my 10 weren't with... obviously, this is my first year officially with Eurovox, even though I was secretly a part of the channel back in Kiev. But the most of my previous were with a previous website that I had been with.
So we have another...
Carla has been with 8 as well.
We have a statement, another statement from the EBU,
updated statement.
In the WhatsApp.
Do you want to read it?
The investigation into the incident with the Dutch artist in this year's Eurovision Song Contest is still ongoing. Discussions are also taking place between the EBU and Avrotros, the Dutch participating broadcaster. While the investigation continues, the EBU has decided that Joost Klein will not perform during the dress rehearsal 2 of the competition, which is voted on by juries in the 37 participating countries. His performance from semi-final 2 will be used instead.
Okay, so this I do sorry about the singing in the background. Again, like I said, there's another live going on behind us. So this we've had this obviously just after COVID, where obviously an artist hasn't been able to perform live, and they've used the pre-recorded as a part of their performance. So it has been confirmed that the Netherlands will not perform in tonight's jury semi-final or jury final, but but they will be using their semi-final to the performance. Okay, so the juries will still be able to score,
Yes.
and everything will go ahead as planned until a official statement has been made. Okay, so the show will go on as planned. Okay.
Yeah. And of course, speaking of not performing it, it's immediately made me think of back in COVID times when, of course, we saw Daddy Freya not performing and his team not on the Eurovision stage. But I'm glad because he was part of the Interval Act in Liverpool last year and he finally made it on the Eurovision stage live. I was so happy for him.
But yeah, I mean, it's great that Joost will actually be a part of the final
For
run
now,
through
yes.
for tonight,
Yes.
so that at least the Dutch fans that will be in the venue will get, can at least support their artist and really give their love, regardless of what happens, for for the outcome.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are asking what is there to investigate. Obviously, when something happens and an allegation is made, you have to speak to every single person from every different aspect. So it is really important that we look at things from every single angle. Okay.
And obviously, sometimes in situations like this,
I need to step out, but Jess is going to take over.
Okay. All right, guys. So that's the most recent statement we have from the EBU. So for those of you that didn't hear what we just said a few minutes ago, Joost Klein is still a part of the Eurovision 2024 final, but his semi-final 2 performance will be used. He will not be live on stage. So at this moment, we are just assuming that the Netherlands are still in Eurovision this year. But at this moment in time, it's just an assumption at this point. And we will have to wait and see if the EBU release any further statements today or in the coming or tomorrow, for example. So in about 25 minutes, we have the jury show starting for the Eurovision 2024 final. And yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. So that's that. At the moment, there's not really anything more we can say because we don't really have any more information to say. So obviously, it's an important show tonight. Juries are voting. They make up half of the votes. Who do you think are going to do well with the juries?
I think there's a number of countries that will do very well with the juries. We've mentioned this before, because obviously when you're looking at the semi-finals, the songs that were thought were jury songs that we didn't expect to qualify will obviously pick up jury votes. So songs like Serbia, Portugal, even things like Armenia, I think could potentially do well because it's that more authentic, from their sort of own country sort of vibe. Okay, Norway could potentially do well.
France is an obvious jury song, as is Switzerland.
Yes.
How do you think the UK will fare with the juries?
This is an interesting question because someone posted this about the. I think again, the UK are more likely to do better with the televote versus the jury vote, but I think they will do reasonably well.
I think so.
I think they will get some love because the performance is completely anything like the UK have done before. They've actually they're challenging things. They're doing something different. I mean, good Lord, would you even think that the BBC would put something like this 10 years ago?
I mean,
or even 5 years ago?
I was going to say, this time 10 years ago, we were just like desperate for a song and a staging like this. And now, since Sam Ryder, we have it. It's amazing. Oh, sorry. I had a comment. If I could, somebody was asking, I can't find you now, how many jury members are from each country. So if I remember correctly, each country has 5 jury members. that are voting.
And just like in the Olympics, so when they place their scores, the top and bottom scores are removed,
Yeah.
so that it takes away any sort of hate voting.
Yeah.
And any favoritism voting.
Yeah.
So for instance, if an artist, like, I guess, worked with another artist before or something like that, so those the top score and the bottom score from each jury member will be removed.
Essentially. So Frankie May's asking, who has your favorite staging setup in the competition? I am torn between, well, I'm on the fence between
shock.
I'm torn between Ireland and UK. Those are my two favorite stagings this year.
Yeah,
I can't decide between them.
Again, Ireland are going to be iconic for the staging.
Yes.
We are going to be talking about this staging for 10 years at least. But the UK, I think, have possibly opened up a new era for them.
We're in our glow-up era.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And
I'm here for it.
Absolutely. But no, I mean, I know there have been lots of comments about Ollie and his voice and his vocal. And I think I shared this before. I don't think this type of song is important to have a crystal clear vocal.
Yeah.
I think the rawness to his voice.
Yeah.
It
works with the song.
Works with the song. I think it's if he's out of breath. I mean, wouldn't you be out of breath if you were in a locker room with men and
down,
being thrown about? I think it works with the presentation.
Yeah.
So you have to think about it from this point of view and stop being over technical.
Yeah.
I think both of them will stand out from the staging. I think the other one I might throw in there as the dark horse is France.
Yep.
With the most simple staging of the night.
Flavius thinks France will win the professional jury by a margin.
Because, again, it's simple staging done perfection.
Yes.
He's literally letting his talent speak for itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I did hear someone mention earlier, where when they turn the camera around so that they can get his microphone stand on stage, you can
clever.
You can potentially see it happening.
I haven't seen it yet.
No, I mean, so the idea is that it's a pan out to the audience, so that that they can set up his microphone for his a cappella aspect. So again, I don't think that takes away from anything. It shows the appreciation from the audience and the sort of the awe that we're all feeling at that sort of moment. As soon as he steps back from that microphone and you can still hear him that far back from the microphone without any backing.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's incredible.
Amazing. Amazing.
Period T, you're saying Italy, Latvia, Slovenia, Serbia, Georgia will all do great with the juries.
Okay.
I think so too. I think they have more jury potential.
Yeah.
Stephen Glasgow, someone give her lemsip. If anybody has it, I would gladly take it.
Yeah, no, I mean, fans of Eurovox will know that Jess has had a throat issue.
Vocal cord issue.
Vocal cord issue. For the past, how many years has it been?
Coming up to 6 years.
Wow.
Sadly.
But it's much better than it was.
Yes.
Much better. But unfortunately, when we're doing lives that last for over 2.5 hours, the voice is going to get scratchy.
Yeah, of course.
So.
And I have been doing a lot of partying, so you know.
Yeah, it wasn't us on the dance floor at 5 a.m. this morning, was it?
So Chloe, you're saying Ireland definitely. Is that definitely winning, or jury, or televote? JFGBX, what do you like the stage of the
shape of the stage?
Do you like the shape of the stage?
Funny enough, a lot of people have been saying that the shape of the stage reflects the Swiss flag, which it is. It's a big plus sign.
Yep.
But actually, because of the way the stage is shaped, along with the cubes,
Yeah.
means
I
that
love the cubes.
they can manipulate the stage very easily.
Yes.
So I don't think it. Again, it had nothing to do with the Swiss being popular in the fan
Because they
votes or
would have
anything.
obviously had a stage
This
design
is way,
before we knew about
absolutely.
Switzerland's song.
But no, it's the fact that it means that you can change the staging very easily amongst countries, and you can do different things with the staging. That's the reason they did it.
I like it though. It's different. It's unique because normally you would get a more like square one or a more like rounded one,
or with like a catwalk or
But
something.
the fact we've got this kind of square shape, more forward, more in the middle of like the arena, I think it looks beautiful.
Yeah, no, actually, I actually enjoy having the green room behind the screen again because you get a lot more atmosphere from the actual audience in the venue versus because when you get to the artists actually in the green room, they'll be doing their own things, and you get the audience that they're not paying attention to what's on stage because they're trying to pay attention to what their favorite artist is doing. So actually, and that reveal when they show the green room again,
I like that.
it's just
cool.
like they're here. But yeah, I mean, I just love that.
I do too. Flavius, you're saying France will host the 2024 Olympics and maybe the 2025 Eurovision. Today, Slimane will slay and win the professional jury by a margin.
We just had them bring around Eurovision postcards talking about Slimane and his song. So obviously they're out, obviously publicizing.
Yep. Kristen Van de Brink, you think Ireland best staging?
I 100% agree.
Period T, you're saying Czechia staging was iconic. It was a very epic staging, in my opinion.
Again, not what we expected, but they really brought it. And they should be really proud with what they achieved.
Yep. Let's have a look. There are a lot of comments here, guys. So, Aidan, you're asking when will the USA and Canada be allowed to compete in the future? Maybe 5 years?
I mean, the only official rule is that the broadcaster that joins the EBU has to provide news coverage.
Yep.
And they have to obviously show the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yep.
So, I mean, anyone can be a part of the EBU. You don't have to be in Europe, which is why we have Australia here.
Yep.
And Azerbaijan isn't technically in Europe. So, I mean, there have been talks of China, Kazakhstan.
We did also have Morocco participate for one time, I think, in 1980.
And there have been rumors about them coming back as well. So, obviously, they did trial a version of the Eurovision Song Contest in the States. It only lasted for one season. It was with Kelly Clarkson and Snoop Dogg. You can probably catch up with it on YouTube or
I would imagine so.
Whatever television provider that you have. But it's actually quite an interesting concept. Obviously, there were, I would have said 50 songs, but actually there was more than 50 because they, the Washington, D.C. Participated separately, and you had
separately to what?
Because obviously Washington, D.C. is a district and not a state.
Oh, I see. So Washington State and then Washington, D.C.
Yeah, so there are 50 U.S. states, so there were 50 states competing, but there was also a district, but there were also territories that participated.
Okay.
So Puerto Rico participated, Guam participated. I believe one of the Virgin Islands participated as well. So it was really quite interesting to see. But I wouldn't throw out of the mix Canada or the US joining.
I mean, we did also have news, I think it was last year, that they wanted to bring in Canadavision to the world. So who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. I mean, they are broadcasting in the US.
Yes,
again,
on Peacock.
On Peacock. They just will do it without commentary this year.
So let's go back to the comments. Vasily Cake, you're saying France will flop in the televote.
It won't
I
be
don't
for
think
everyone.
It will flop, but I don't think it will do as well as it will with the juries.
Correct.
With the televoters, essentially. User, you're saying France's staging is similar to Portugal's. I mean, I guess in terms of the white
White,
color of the outfits,
yeah.
yes.
I would say that France's staging is much more simple. You actually have dancers and a concept going on with Yolanda, so it it definitely has a similar flavor, for want of a better word.
Let's have a look. So Simon too's asking, who do you think finished last? I guess that's in the semi-finals.
Oh, as in the semi-finals or in the final?
I would presume in the semi-finals.
Okay.
Sadly, I think Moldova could be a contender for last place in semi-final 1.
I agree.
Semi-final 2, I sadly think a contender is Albania.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Unfortunately, I love Bessa, but I agree on both accounts.
So Olivia Hauk is asking, how are the jury members chosen?
That's a good question. It's the so the individual broadcasters will decide who will be on their jury.
Yeah.
Now, most of the larger countries
Yeah.
will have professional musicians or music background professionals as a part of their jury.
Yeah.
So in the UK in the past, we've had people like Cary Grant, who's a vocal coach
Yes.
and has been a producer. She also was one of the judges on Fame Academy.
Yeah.
She actually, for those who don't know, she actually participated for Eurovision back in the 80s
Yes,
as a
she
part of
did.
a group. But yeah, so people along those lines will be involved in the competition from various different aspects within their own country.
Yeah.
They tend to be closely knit to that country, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily have somebody from Australia coming in to participate for the UK and
Yeah.
such. They tend to be very much
Yes.
to that own country's broadcaster. So obviously some of the smaller countries that have a less well-known music scene
Yeah.
will have much more representatives of their popular media.
Yes.
And those who host programs and things along those lines.
I think we've seen radio journalists as well and people like this. So
that's why you sometimes will see a different voting from different countries coming in through the juries, which is very interesting, because obviously you will see for something coming from either the UK or Sweden, which are much more record producing sort of countries, versus someone like Slovenia or Croatia or something along those lines.
yeah, I agree with you. I hope that answers your question. Let's see, Tricky XP, you're saying too bad not many countries use the cubes. It would have been nice to see them being used more in the performances, but
the countries that use the cubes, I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we obviously saw Czechia use it. We saw Spain use the cubes.
Yeah,
Portugal's used
Italy.
the cubes. Italy.
Yeah.
But you'll see the cubes in the final.
Yes,
don't you
you
worry.
will. Ibrahim, you're joking. They stole the Swiss opportunity for next year with the Swiss flag stage. Yeah, sorry. If you have any complaints, go to Sweden. So we are going to have to wrap this live stream up soon, because we are going to have the jury final beginning in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we're not allowed to record when it's on.
Yeah.
Whether from an audio or visual point of view. So
Yeah.
I know I saw somebody asking why have people lost their accreditations in the chat, and the reason why is because they've been posting interviews with people having the background in the live streams in. So that's the reason we don't want to do that. We don't want to disappoint you guys and have our own accreditations revoked. So we will unfortunately have to be wrapping up very soon.
Yep.
If there's any other last questions that anybody wants to get in.
We'll just go to a few questions from Jagos Stronice. What's your favorite costume this year?
Costume or outfit?
Like outfit, costume.
Obviously, Ireland stands out.
Yeah.
For being very different, and she does have a costume change.
I like what Baby Lasagna's wearing. I like the red jacket and the frilly white
I mean,
shirt.
it gives him that sort of military vibe. But Latvia with his molded chest plate is definitely worth a look. Colleen,
Yes.
oh yes, I quite like her sort of fembot, sort of dominatrix outfit that you have coming through.
You a fan of Finland's double denim, triple denim, quadruple denim, whatever it is?
I'm not a fan of double denim.
Me neither.
The jacket that Jess let me borrow last night was denim, and I had jeans on, so I was like, oh my god! But I was the cold took over.
Yes. But guys, thank you so much for joining us in this mammoth live video today.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying with us. We hope we have, been able to provide you with some answers.
Yeah.
And we hope we've helped to brighten up your day on what is a rather gloomy day in the Eurovision world.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that's happened today, and the positive aspect is the Netherlands will still be a part of the jury, just not live. Okay.
Yeah.
So everything will go ahead. The fans will be in the arena, being able to support their artist. So don't worry about any of that. So it's business as usual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But of course, we've had so many people here. So of course, if you are new, please don't forget to subscribe to us. You can also find us on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, and we have a website, Eurobox.tv. We post all throughout the year related to Eurovision, Junior Eurovision, and National Finals. So please do check us out. Give us a subscription. And where did I see that? Guys, Right Bailey's? No. Which I saw a comment.
Still taking applications for my husband, by the way. So any interests, by all means, let me know.
And as Jagos Zdravince says, hope you guys have a great night. We hope you all have a great night.
Absolutely.
We hope you can enjoy the. Oh no, you're not watching tonight.
No, it's not televised, but we will be obviously coming to you with another live after the show to tell you our thoughts and anything else that sort of happens. But thank you so much for staying with us for this length of time. Longer than a Eurovision Song Contest, but yeah, thank you so much, and please remember to subscribe and leave your comments for us. We love everything that you guys put out to us, and yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hi, Steve.
Thank you very much, guys. See you later.
Bye.